OK lidičkové, vítejte ve Spellforce 3 v naší debatě kapizodě. Jo, to je ta kapitola a epizoda zároveň, makes sense. Neděle 20. března 2022 za 1 vteřinu je teď 20 hodin večer a aktivujeme vampiráka a spustíme to, protože nemůžeme se zdržovat. Dneska bude jeden z našich klasických komorních streamů, že? Dneska to bude klídeček, pohodinka. Trošičku toho RPGování, yes. Leviosa.
Jeez.
Also, jak jsem dával na Facebook, dneska má Oblivion 16 let. Jo, je to pravda, 2006 jsem to nainstaloval a několik týdnů nevypnul. It was good, bylo to nejlepší first person RPGčko, co jsem kdy hrál, alespoň můj blbej mozek si to tenkrát myslel. A vydržel jsem ho hrát tyho 2 roky? Možná 3. No určitě nějaký půl rok nejmíň ještě po tom, co vyšel Shivering Isles a ten vyšel nějaký rok po releaseu, takže jaj.
Takže máme námět pro tenhle ten stream.
Tak já bych mohl mluvit o tom, jak jsme dneska měli odhalení povníku Václava Morávka, brigadního generála in memoriam. A málem jsme půl orchestru umřeli cringem, jaký jsme tam dostali politický školení.
Ojoj.
Od Rakušana.
Ojoj,
soudruha ministra vnitra.
Tak to si poslechnem.
Protože samozřejmě, účel byl jasný. Odhalit jeho podobiznu na Václava Morávka, jeho podobiznu na jeho rodném domě. Jasně? Zabit 1942 gestapem, protinacistický odboj. Všechno v pohodě. Ale když ti Rakušan říká, že v dnešní době by stál na straně Ukrajinců a podporoval by je, tak ty se tam mlátíš do prdele, prostě. Protože už jsme ve fázi, kdy oživujeme mrtví, aby bojovali za Ukrajinu.
Je to mytologizace reality, ano.
Jo, to je součástí tvojí diplomky vlastně.
No jistý no jako takhle přímo ne, já nejdu do politiky v mý tvorbě, ale v podstatě
ne, ale ten terminus, jo, mytologizace reality.
Ano.
Protože, jo, s Bertrandem jsme vlastně kecali, co?
Jo, už jsme ho pozdravili, našeho věrného kušníka.
Kuš, ty to ještě člen veselé bandy v bílých robách.
Ano, takže kuš.
Kuš. Ano.
Veselý roby, co to tu máme zase, nějaký přepadovky.
Přepadení na cestě jejich smůla.
Přepadení na cestě metalový bandy.
No, jelikož tahle mapa je designovaná tak, jak tak tady RTS-ku nebude, takže pojďme vraždit.
Zatím tady nebude.
Pavel píše, jsem rád, že jsem tu akci prošvih, ty vole, jo. I Honza, umírali bychom tam cringem. Protože to byl takový virtue signal, že jsme z toho málem zdechli. A přijel tam Pavel Černý z Ligy Libe, přijel tam generál Pavel. No, sice teda nic, ani jeden z nich nepřednášel, což je možná dobře, ale jenom říkám, že tam byli. A yes, the woman is wounded.
She's bleeding, that's natural.
Jak řekneš, yes, jak řekneš, drž hubu, Hindukuš. Nice!
Ty kostíci na koních.
Máme tady 2 frakce, co se melou mezi sebou, nemrtví a živí, kalcium a ty, co nemají dost kalcia.
A tak... Lidi jsou toho plný, co si budem.
Je.
A nechme to na tom.
Nechme to na tom včerejším streamu, kde přišlo snad 1097 lidí ve špičce a vystřídalo se skoro 3000 různých lidí. To jsme si s Bobem postěžovali, projeli jsme to tak jako povrchově za ty 3 hodiny. Hele, zase další reinforced plát. A dost prostě, protože ten autismus, co přišel z toho skurveného Discordu, jsem chtěl pak vraždit opravdu. Založíš si hate cult, 100% tvý aktivity je hating osoby, 0 napadání argumentů, takže jsi vlastně pizděc a musíš o tom všem říct. Takže samozřejmě se to bude řešit tohleto, ale já už na tom budu mít minimální účast. A kam utíkáš se svým clan membrem?
No, on to tak jako prohledává, co by šlo ještě sebrat. Buďme rádi, že nejsme v možnosti, že bychom fakt mohli sebrat každý shooter, který tu leží.
No to jsou problémy Elder Scrolls her,
Falloutu taky.
Barty, že to tady píše. Mě už toho jebe, já vidím health bar ve Spellforce a vypadá to jako vlajka Ukrajiny. No tak ten joke už jsme udělali asi v předminulým streamu. Hoodies.
Má unikátní obrázek.
What are you talking about?
Oh, so you're not
Mají se jejich bojem. Šampion. Za ním. Nestojí. Ten frajer s tím kladivem. A flag bearer.
Bannerlord jeden by mohl říct.
Banner saga.
I'm here to explore that castle.
Explore. Well, good luck with that.
Proč nemůžeme do hradu, dobrý muži?
Me? Just a lost soul on the search for meaning. Just as my men.
Takže mě napadlo, že výplňově, kdyby náhodou jsme se příběhově nudili. Buď to Elder Scrolls...
Etene, dubaku.
Ano. Starci scrollují. Lore intro. A nebo mě napadlo něco ještě tak jako trošku více Warhammerovskýho.
Zaplatit 5000 zlatých za žildáky máme peněz.
Máme 43, anyway.
Tak. A teď jsou naši! Je to naše.
Vololo. Elven Bastila upgrade.
Tak jako za elfy nehrajeme, ale proč ne? Dáme jim to a budou si myslet, že nám na nich záleží. Now exploration. Takže co bylo to první věc Elder Scrolls, co jsi chtěl řešit?
Jak bys uvítal člověka do Elder Scrolls loreu?
Loreu, ty
by to mohlo být docela fun, hele.
Říct
to s vlastními slovy, ne odkazama na videa schválně.
Vlastními
slovy.
Ale
samozřejmě můžeš klidně dávej odkazy na videa, kdybys nevěděl, jako, ale...
Popravdě já jsem nikdy Elder Scrolls z videí nečerpal, čerpal jsem to přímo z her, takže otázku ti odpovím tak je prostě zahraj si to, protože ono to je docela... Já jsem začal osobně Morrowindem, což už je pěkný mrkni na ten nekles, jestli se ti nebude hodit. A čistě jsem to nasával z psanýho textu a odehrávání se věcí a eventuálně pochopí, že to je nějaká paralela našeho světa, kde jsou reference prostě na naši reálnou historii, překroucený velkou, obrovskou mytologii. Líbí se mi, jak ten vlajkonož jde první.
Tak víš, co má víru. Má největší štít z nás všech.
Tak a hlavně má diplomatickou pózu.
No a druhá možnost bylo, co si zkusit, jen tak v teoretickém rámci.
Jen tak preriť.
Vytvořit si myšlenkově Warhammer vlastní kapitolu.
Jako Space Marine chapter, jo?
Yes, ale můžeme to brát i do něčeho jiného, jo?
No takhle, já jsem vytvářel
nebo vlastní odnož nebo něco takového.
Co jsem kdy jako ve Warhammeru vlastního jako headcanonově vytvořil, byl akorát vlastní prapor Imperial Guardy, jako vlastní kapitolu, ne, že jo? Vždycky jako od té doby, co jsem hodil ručník templářům, jsem u nich zůstal, jo, takže...
Nedivím se.
Ale samozřejmě mají hodně subfrakcí, takže jako vytvořit i jejich subfrakci bylo možné, protože máš rudý templáře, bílý templáře.
Jasně.
Různý typy krusád, jako to se dá jako
samozřejmě můžeš právě tu krusádu taky.
Proto jsem taky udělal ten Tartarus Crusade, že jo, jako odnož Black Templars, která by se odehrávala na té planetě Tartarus z Dawn of War 1, že jo, proto jsem jim dal specifický barvy, k tomu černobílému trimu jsem přidal tu purpurovou a zlatou. A v podstatě je to čistá funkce jako každá Black Templar zkusada, prostě segregovaná flotila plnící si vlastní zájmy a pak nahlásí Helbrechtovi o co go. Nebo respektive nahlásí mu to ještě předtím, že šéfe, jdeme s tímhle tamhle a jdeme řešit tohle. Jo. Protože samozřejmě my nenásledujeme kodex, takže je nám úplně jedno, kolik nás kde je.
Yes, to je samozřejmě známý o Black Templars. Teď je otázka, how is it with the Emperor?
Emperor? Tak jelikož nám pořád dává psychický link navigátorům a našim astropatům, takže víme moc dobře, že Emperor je s tím naprosto chill.
Spíš jestli Empire je Lego nebo Legi gadget.
Black Templars by správně Imperatory neměli brát jako boha, teďka nemůžu telefonovat. Jako boha, ale jako gigačeda. Jako prostě pravýho lídra lidstva, nutnýho lídra lidstva, ale určitě ne v deviant smyslu.
Bohužel, tam je právě ten masivní lorový konflikt. No.
Masivní lorový konflikt kvůli spisovatelů, jako je Dembsky Bowden. Iron Mine Reduction. A já se zastávám toho, že zrovna Black Templars by právě byli na té straně trošku víc toho rozumu, protože jsou potomci Imperial Fistů v tomhletom, který mají jako přímý konexe do paláce.
Plus disdain for Psychers a
disdain for Psychers, no.
Což už samo o sobě naznačuje, že, no takhle, nemusí to být, ale prostě myslím si, že
samozřejmě
oni by věděli, že Magic se rovná Faith.
Magic je z heresy, ale hlavně máme svoje, že jo, vymezený tolerance pro Psychery, jako třeba z Black Templars jsou hodně velký kamarádi s Grey Knightama. U nich jsou si totiž naprosto jistí, že i když používají sílu warpu, takže prostě nepropadnou korupci, protože Grey Knights jsou prostě považovaný za neskorumpovatelný. Stejně tak Imperátor, nejlepší
God Emperor Gene Seed, takže
nejlepší, že jo, Psyker historii lidstva, sám Imperátor, tak u něj se to taky samozřejmě bere jako normální věc. Ovšem v případě Inkvizice, no.
Jak to říkal Arch, ne? Když by si Inkvizitor pokoušel spočítat všechny Black Templars, tak by ho co nejdříve navedli na jejich lodi k
našel by
nějakým
tam
dveřím, který vedou hned do kosmu.
Na 3 různých palubách po různých součástích. Ovšem pokud jde třeba o Crusading Inquisitora nebo Assassin Inquisitora, tak Black Templar samozřejmě s Inquisitorama taky v minulosti spolupracovali. Ale když je to Psyker, tak úroveň pohrdání je, řekněme.
Tak tam je to ale jasný, jako.
To Ardena říká, Black Templars 8 nechápu, jsou absolute lunatics. Ne, to je mím, že jsou primárně orientovaný na absolutně brutální boj na blízko. Jinak jsou hodně racionální ve své funkci. Právě, to že pro kodex až příliš.
Doporučuji Hell's Reach si kouknout na Grimalda, který teda je trošičku oddělený, co se týče mentality od ostatních,
tak ale je oddělený naprosto jednoduše, protože je to rekluziarch, což je vrchní kaplan. Jo, takže to je ten pravý
nejlepší je to, že on vlastně on na to jde hodně jako logickýma cestama, než aby prostě moh fate, tak spíše jede. Budu na tebe řvát tak strašně dlouho, dokud se neprobudíš ze svého polospánkového mrtvolného stavu. Protože piloti Titánu.
Máme mistra Vipera v komentářích dneska. Teďka mi píšou lidi z shopu, on si u nás objednal včera ten nůž a má tam tu objednávku 2krát, jednu zaplacenou, jednu ne. A my nevíme, jestli chce 2 nebo 1 nůž. Teďka.
To je...
Plus explain.
Tohle se mi už jednou stalo, když jsem si kupoval knížky. Bylo zajímavý, když mi to 2 dny potom přišlo znova. Bylo jich asi 5, takže a bylo to na ruku placený, takže to mě... Naštěstí to nebylo nic drahýho, jo. Teď. Dneska mi... To jsem ti ukazoval tu fotku té knížky, co mi přišla.
Yes, myslíš tu výbavovou historickou knížku? Jo, to je absolut gigachat knížka, na to bych se někdy podíval.
Je úžasná, ale říkám ti rovnou, jde hrozně strašně blbě sehnat, páč od roku 2004, co vyšla, nemá dotisk a všichni to schánějí. Ale, no tak 1,7 mě stála na bazoši teď, když to tam vyskočilo, jo. A to jsem si to fakt hlídal, aby mi vyskočila, tak doporučuji si koupit, je fakt luxusní, anebo se kouknout někde v knihovně, jestli by neměl.
Přemýšlím, jestli vzít tu side cestičku nebo tu hlavní cestičku. Budeme ambush, side cestička.
Okay.
Tak já rychle napíšu Viperovi, jestli chce ty 2.
V klidu, zastav se, v pohodě.
Protože...
Jo, tak počkej, já si vezmu nějaký papír tady. Víš co, já to chci udělat tady tu mentální gymnastiku jako jakou srandu lordovou. Hej. Myslím, že by to... já mám level up, ok.
Tak si, udělej si to.
Ano. No to, jo, lepší healing, určitě. Určitě lepší healing. Nezbytnost. Takže určitě Black Templar Successor.
Black Templar Successor kapitoly.
Successors nebo by to byla samostatná, jakoby, řekněme...
Všechno se počítá jako Successors, protože jedou z původního Gene Seedu.
To je ale sukcesoři většinou mají už i vlastní nátěr a jedou třeba i vlastní filozofii. To je vlastně celý důvod, jak vznikly Black
bílý a červený dle jména samozřejmě jsou sukcesoři s vlastním nátěrem se vším, no. Ale úprava filozofie je tam v podstatě minimální, v podstatě byl to taky takový cover job.
Jako jo, ale vezmi si, jak oni vznikli. Oni vznikli kvůli tomu, že Sigismund začal věřit. A kvůli tomu vlastně Sigismund byl poslaný k Black Templars a doslova jsou to takový ty ty problematický děti imperiálních fistí. Imperiálních pěstí, teda. Což je zase ten konflikt, jo, toho, jestli jsou nebo nejsou religious, nábožensky fanatičtí.
No já to řeknu takhle, jsou 100% loyal, jo?
Jsou 100%, yes, a hlavně racionalita ve Warhammer 40k univerzu je něco, co nepřísluší lidský rase.
Tak, hlavně ta racionalita je jako ve formě strategie, ne ve formě jako politiky.
Přesně, protože tam jako ta politika, prostě musíš být ve straně, no.
Jinak seš heresy. Tak trochu jako když se podíváš na dnešní Twitter.
Don't go there. It will be dangerous. Nevím, co máme dělat. Ale máme tu otazník zase zpátky u Bertranda, takže možná k němu
Tak si jumpnem.
Já to otevřu. Yeah.
Harbinger. Carpal.
Oh no, it is Rondar. Hi there, boys of the clan! Reasonable Marines when.
The All-Father clearly smiles on us.
Muži v bílým. Oh.
The All-Father has nothing to do with this.
Fuck your religion?
Of course.
Of course.
So, this is where you believe the Bloodburn comes from. Interesting.
To byla první unikátní použití portálu, very nice.
Ačko to použilo proti nám.
Yes.
First of all, we need to get through the gate. Why hasn't General Noria reacted yet? Even if he did not notice the fighting, he must have seen this teleport.
Because he wants to be the one who ends it.
How do you know?
Politický machrovánky.
I know men of his kind. He's proud and consumed by his hatred. And he wants to
He just hates. Reasonable Marines jsou Raptors. Tak se Reasonable Marines jsou technicky i salamandři, jenom rádi vidějí, když věci hořejí.
No, přesně. Vůbec salamandři jsou i nejvíce jakoby good guys, by se dalo.
A mimochodem s templářema jsou za dobře. Stejně jako, už neexistující African Marines. Jak je Nedubaku. Bonk. Já umíš dělat fireball. Boom.
A mě umí něco, co nikdo jiný neumí, rozbít dřevěnou zátaras.
General Noria, are you ready?
Leslesk.
Aren't we walking into a trap?
A battle, but not a trap. Just trust me.
OK. To nedopadne.
Reasonable se myslí, že používají kamufláži a tak, tak ve 40k univerzu, kdy většina nepřátel vidí termálně, počuchu, nebo nějakým dalším způsobem, tak kamufláž je trochu pasuje.
Tím, když tě sněděj.
Ano, the nom-nom. Tohle vypadá jako suicide, ale dobře.
Ty joury tam, všude.
Tady mají regulární mučírnu a skutum people.
Se nudějí asi fakt. Ne, tady chovají psy.
Dogos. Tak jo, sníme psy.
Alpha Legion je taky docela fun.
Geralt of Noria.
Yes. It's time to end this.
Hey Geralt, how's it going? To jsme neviděli dobrých 7 epizod, co? Počkej, já se nejdřív vylevluju.
Má tu jeho super duper zbroj. Jo, určitě, make the level up.
Tak obouručný damage, maximálně pressure point.
Sentenza Noria.
Signor Noria, avatario adoenga.
Udenda doila.
Eccolo. Looks like rain.
Fuck.
Tak co naučíme i z Grima? Lepší head splitting. To když někoho vezmeš dohle, asi jenom rychle zkontroluji, jestli mi bude...
Angry. Where have you come?
Jo.
Join me.
Two pricks. Tam je někdo vyřezlej na mučícím sesli.
Tak, vyřešeno.
Ještě ten chlapík, jak je tam na tom mučícím kole. Ují.
I am interesting. Hi there. Doesn't have to, boyo.
It doesn't have to.
Join me.
Doesn't it? What do you suggest, Corporal Tahar? That I let a traitor run free? Together with his lunatic cultist friend who is scheming against the crown?
Ten flagbearer, jak má ten sud na zádech ještě.
To tak to je pro zvýšení morálky, že jo?
Ano. Inspirace od trpaslíku.
These people in Leonon were innocent. How often do you want me to tell you?
You didn't know. All you had was the word of some
Angry Geralt.
yet you risked the life of an entire city for it. Believe me, of all the atrocities I've seen in war, almost all of them are caused
Je to
by
meat
people
bearer,
believing
přesně.
they're doing the right thing, because that's all it was.
Jako, to, že nevěří elfům, je rozumná volba, ale zároveň...
Vanity, that's what it was all about. And I get it. Part of this is on me. I thought I succeeded in making you a warrior, a servant of the crown.
To má taky zajímavý meč.
And I didn't even
Place of power. Gotta be.
just like your father.
By the light, General, we both want the same thing. To end the blood burn? Shouldn't we be helping each other instead?
You're as bad as them, Corporal. Enslaving yourself to this madman rather than facing death like a soldier. You're just a coward.
That's not...
Don't, Bertrand. It's pointless.
We know where the blood burn comes from, Sentenza.
Já zkusím s tím být jako reasonable, ale myslím, že tohle jako skončí fightem.
Tady to asi bude forsnutý do toho, že on prostě... angry, must kill. Uvidíme, ale... Když nás překvapí, tak to bude velice zajímavé.
You couldn't stop the blood burn even if you killed us. It's not how Aenir wills it.
Imunitní proti instakill. Čím to bude?
Já zkusím teda plídnout.
There needs to be another way.
No.
No, to bylo rychlý.
Men, you know what to do.
Sentenzo.
Oh well. Skip it button, dada.
Sentenzo.
Sentenzus!
Vidím prdus.
Vidím prdus, ale hážu AOEčka. To je nejlepší způsob, jak řešit situaci, kdy nevidíš.
Drinkni si a jedem.
To ani jsem nemusel.
Myslel jsem fokus.
Surrender.
No. This is wrong.
Jsme ho overlevelnuli, haha. On grcá,
I'm sorry it had to come to this.
Well, rip Geralt.
It was his choice.
Well, yeah. Dostal možnosti. Dostal jich víc než dost.
Whatever causes the blood burn is right below our feet. And maybe even some more answers to the questions you've been asking.
To ještě uvidíme, no, jestli to teda...
Dobrý.
Ještě uvidíme, jestli pod tady s tím hradem se nachází Bloodborne.
Hey, Vampe, resni ho.
Give me moment.
Děláme si z ní kalcium.
Cure the blood burn down.
Podrž taška.
Then we are one step closer to
Chodící bágonosič. To můžu zkusit.
Tak
I'm
jo.
ready.
good.
Gotov.
Lead
Lead the way. No to si říkám, protože...
Good luck to you, my friend.
Jasně, ví friend, já chci vědět se v té beně hlavně. Zvedni ho,
Nefunguje to.
Sakra! Ne, ta truhla je neotevřitelná! Zrada! Ne, už jde, dobrý, mě se 15 stovek a...
Knížka.
Dopis Alotovi Iskandarovi.
Tam je někdo, teďka nějaká mrtvolka ještě, kdo to je?
Mr. Tvolka. Who did this? Signor Noria.
Hele.
Who done it? The dude.
Schůdy.
Enter your papa's laboratorium. Papa! Já si ještě odpovím?
Somebody touch, že má spaghetti.
Čekaj. Jo, nová karta způsobila error na e-shop, už to vidím.
Na tohle zase... Wow. Naginata. Koukni se do té bedny potom, až budeš mít chvilku.
Naginata imas.
Je tam Naginata schválně.
Jo, úplně na hovno, ale dobrý, máme Naginatu.
Čučimora. Když je teď jsem ten za mrtvej, můžeme mu ukrást jeho zbroj.
Bohužel, není lutovatelný. OK, The Eye, Islámo, teda Isámo z laboratory. This is a boss fight, right?
Islámo, ta.
Standing over your cradle, eyeing you with a mixture of indecision and disgust. Almost like an archaeologist looking at a strange discovery.
Jo, mimochodem, namazal jsem židli. Smrzání ustalo. Magic.
Laboratoř doktora Thraxe. Toxin traktor ready. Islamobin.
Takže Black Templar Successors, klasika White Black, dáme tam teda ta Ruby and Gold.
What?
No, píšu si k těm Black Templars. Jak jsme říkali.
No.
No to dál k ní. Potom. Dobře, teď máme příběhovou část, ale.
No, teďka docela jako nasávám hru přímo, aby se přiznal, jo, takže jsem...
OK, tak to odkládá.
A
ty bláho, takový varhany.
Ominus varhanus.
A...
Asi to
neříkám, že Powerwolf dělají instrumentální background.
Já si to boostnu.
Ty bláho. Tohle se zvukově teda hodně liší od všeho, co jsme zatím slyšeli.
Co se nám hra snaží říct, že teď to bude serious. Shit gets real now.
Já... Hele, židle.
Já mám židli, hele, tyhle, první čeho si všimneš. Hele, židle.
Bude to serious. Hele, židle.
To znamená, že tady někdo seděl. Haha. Papi. Dobrý, černýho pošlem samotnýho.
To se může stát.
Protože Lakane jde se mnou, že jo?
Mě naháněj.
A, mám tady kalcium.
Já taky. Mě tu linčujou.
Eins, zwei, amen and attack!
Bacha, bloaters.
I just got bloated, yo.
Got it.
Too bad. I'm dead martyr. Co je tohleto? Inquisitor?
Martyrdo. Suicidus?
Healus. Ty bláho, ta hudba. Undergast je z toho velice undergastnutý.
Dostal gasnutý, jo. No a tady je kalcia, že bychom mohli rozdávat. Žer Fireball.
Oh, fuck.
Co vidíš?
Ten co září modře. To někdo je.
Je to Papa Tahar?
Já si myslím, že možná jo. Je to teda jenom teorie.
Split head?
Možná to zatím oběhneme.
Je to Flash avatar, tak jsem zvědavej.
Možná to tu zatím pročištíme a pak nevidím.
Dobrý, objednávka vyřešená, problém je jasný, nová karta neodblokovaná udělala bordel dle e-shopu.
Takže chtěl nakonec 3.
Nice.
Já chtěl jenom 3, dobře, takže 4 píšeme a 5 jich zítra pošlem.
Zaplatíš 6.
Zaplatíš za 6 a ještě doprava.
Klik.
Tiara's breath. What was that?
It looks human.
No, these aren't human. They don't have and never had any essence.
Super calcium.
That they've been created somehow. Didn't you tell us about this nightmare you've had since you were a child, Tahar? The one in which you saw these bizarre constructs.
Jo, Dark Souls moment. Elden moment.
Things from my dream.
Jako když se podívám, na čem sedí, ono to trošičku jako vypadá jako Elden Ring.
Elden Drink.
Elden Drink a samozřejmě když máš 10 prstenů na každém, 10 Prsten na každém, prostě máš 10 prstenů, tak je to Elden Blink.
A ne, když máš starou grafickou kartu a nefunguje ti hra, tak máš Elden Pink.
Aj. A když na narozeninách tvýho stoletího dědy si připíš taky to Elden Sing.
Pak tam někdo padne mrtvý a udělá Elden Ding. Budeme tu celý večer, ano.
Když jsou důchodci na Facebooku, tak je to Elden Kring. Kring,
Ježiši, něco po mně jde.
To je big ol shit, co to je? Siphon? No nekecej, to jsou, tyvo, interrupni ho, tohle bude něco fakt špatného.
Já nevím, ale je to černější než já.
A to je co říct.
To je co říct, typa.
Víš, v jižních Čechách je jiný klima. Woman got woman moment.
OK, healuju. No tak, stávej, ještě není 10.
Ty furt s tím krvácením naděláš. Tamhle bed na bed.
Blazing more of them.
Hello, a tenhle povídací.
How many did he create?
Yes, I too can speak in demon.
Do you understand me?
Hello. How are you?
Musí být z Walesu.
What happened here? What are you?
Ten dlouhodobý kamarád Lovecrafta.
Číňan v důchodu Elden Ming.
To understand us.
Nice. Tyhle, mezi tím v pozadí Varhany intensifies.
What are you? Did Isamo create you?
Scared noises. What do you know about the Bloodborne? Chci, aby vyšlo na PC.
Do you know anything about the Bloodburn?
Kde se nachází DLCčka?
Kam schoval fučíka?
I think we're wasting
Kde je
our
PC
time
verze?
here. Let's push on.
Starý král Elden King.
What?
This entire place. It's a blasphemy. Only the All-Father should have the power to shape life like that. And we should free this thing from its suffering.
What? In case you haven't noticed, this thing, it's a miracle. A semi-sentient being created by human hands. If anything, we should study it once all this is over.
Co na to Jan tleskáš?
Já ti nevím. Ale mně to taky přijde jako docela slušná travesta.
I'm dead, immune to knockout, immune to be silenced. Humanoid.
Až budeme vidět víc, třeba by to nebylo dobrý zabíjet.
We will not
Vlastně
kill
jako,
this thing. It's
stejný, z úplně stejný logiky bychom mohli začít zabíjet každýho elfa, na kterýho narazíme.
V Murandiru. Tak, Iria, čas.
Připravte špalek.
Špalek? Já to dělám jedině ve stoje.
That's what he said.
Mrtvý pták, Elden Wing.
A hele, další mnohoručka.
Mně to přijde jako teda ty Eldritch z Mrtí z Baldur's Gate, jak se jmenují ty moskomorové, ty vole, bloodsuckeři. Oh, I have contracted death. Nice. Chytil jsem smrt.
To je správně, ne, když jsi člověk.
Chytil jsem smrt, je to vážný, doktore?
Understood.
Jako, chvilku to bude trvat. Ale zatím se to dá přežít.
Chceš být deep. První nemoc, co schytíš po narození, je smrt. Jenom to chvíli trvá. Nietzsche be like, wow, not even I'm so desperate.
As you want.
Jo, zabít elfa není vražda, je to cesta do nebe. Space Horror from Lovecraft.
Nečekal jsem reference na Království nebeské.
Elden Thing.
Tohle to fakt je, ty bál.
Tohle už je trošku Cthulhu, no, co si bude. On se umí healovat, to je hajzo.
Dostane čočku.
Dostaneš pěstí.
Možná i rejži.
A rozhodně ocel.
A je pryč.
Z tohohle se stalo Lovecraft horror z high fantasy velmi rychle, jako.
No, jo.
Mephisto, is that you?
Jako je z toho
What's that? Shards?
Je z toho Elder Thing.
What about them?
These look
Elden King. No.
Your father was experimenting with Aeneas and Shaper magic too, Tahar. Not surprising, is it?
100 roku stará whisky je Elden Drink, ano. Každopádně vidíme tady jenom ty nemrtví a ty Cthulhu Tang věci, žádnou obsluhu jako aktuálně žijící.
Když vypiješ Elden Drink, vysereš zlatou cihlu.
A to je Elden Blink Blink, že jo?
Hovnivá lole v svým okolí wants to know your location.
Yo, new demon!
Wow.
New demon patch just dropped. Tu ten letí. Allah, he coming, blood letter.
Ledovej blood letter.
Baradoreteru. Tak, he got punched into oblivion. A umí castit silence, bastard.
Zmizil. Ostatně.
Regulární Calcium Boys, dobrý, vás znám, s váma bojovat můžu. Vás se nebojím. Čištění septiku Elden Stink.
Když někdo trpí nekrofílii, Elden King.
Takže chceš říct, no, ne, nebudu.
Ne. Není čerstva.
Byl by to cheap shot říct něco o Targ Discordu teďka, ale... Docela cheap shot.
Stejně smrčí.
Není čerstva.
An abomination. Kill it.
Ježiš, ne.
Split that head, jo, než na silence ne.
Snažím, ale moje Magic je tak jako supportivní hodně.
Starý zvoneček je Elden Sing, ano. Hele, Bloodbath, literal.
S tím fakt nebude.
Ale...
Tak je to jo, no, mají tam výřivku, asi si to dali na max.
Jsou dost solidně vyvířený. Smrtí mají to Elden King New Game Plus. New phone, who this?
Lepšová polívka.
The ghost does not care.
Bye. That's impossible.
Do you know this thing?
It looks like someone I knew. Back from when I was still fighting for my father.
So she was a rebel.
She defied my father.
Starém peru je Elden Ink.
That's why he killed her.
Whatever she was before, she is a revenant now. In other words, we should be careful.
Of course. A ghost seeking closure.
Je to Revenant, samozřejmě. Dude!
What exactly is that? A revenant.
It's a newtman, man.
Or a Yalkadara.
Ale se na mě mluví islámský, jo, Yalkadara. Brej orkský.
Tank.
If a revenant is a ghost seeking closure, she's here for a Samo, for revenge.
Probably.
Démoni, čas na Alexian impression. These people are demons.
What do I do, Lord? Destroy the child. Ty mě dostal tím streamem, že jsme posílali s tím Guardsmanem a oklidem. I gotta be honest with you. I'm kinda retarded.
I believe it thinks you are
M1, Elden Sing.
Helena,
E1, M1, ne M1, E1. Rí! Oh, okay, boss.
No!
Jsou v raidu.
Damn it, Helena! Remember, I am not a Samo.
Nejsem islámo.
This is pointless. She doesn't listen.
Ona pomáhá nemrtvý.
God damn it, Charlotte Scorpions! Rí, ty voleš. Is she a leftist cause she's reading?
Helena, please.
Dobrý, už ji vygumuje.
it's over.
Dying, death.
She's dead.
Again.
She has been for a long time, Tom.
Hej, svítící mrtvolka.
I don't know what she meant to you.
Revenant, you mean DiCaprio?
Creature wasn't your friend.
Will she come back as another?
Revenants only return once. If not, this world would be haunted by thousands of them.
Otázka, není náhodou slyšet ten dialog ode mě?
Ne, máš čistý zvuk díky novému mikrofonu.
Super.
Let's just move on.
Kdyby takhle byli dělali dungeony, jako opravdu raid způsobem, tak by to bylo daleko víc awesome jako ty story mise. Každopádně máme tady neexplornutou část.
Jo, protože...
Tohle je literally postavený jako dungeon, proper dungeon, s bossama, encounterama a lootem.
Což je správně, jak to má být. Takže jinak jako si to moc neužiješ zrovna tady tu linku.
A hlavně má to svůj custom soundtrack, což dávám ještě extra plusový body za tohleto.
A hlavně jaký soundtrack?
We do love some organs. China be like. Ne, to je Poopy Boy.
Pípí pupu, me.
Pípí pupu. Ano, the Dunk Eater.
Mám nažrát.
Ty vole, on na ně šere. Ale není to Cartmanová mána. Hele, teleport placka. A kurva tý vole. What is this? Oh. Bonfire? Ne, tohle je crafting station, podívej, kolik to má rukou. We back in Elden Ring, boys.
Tohle to teda je jako Elden Ring. Takový hemonkulaj.
Ajajaj, what a shit show. No
God of Flash, no jasně.
Loot v kryptě je Elden Loot, ano. Ale tam už tady ten ink, tam musí to být to ink, aby se to fotrímovalo s ringem.
Hele, já mám Undergasta. On si může dovolit být an Elder Kang.
Will do.
No ding.
No ding. No ding, když nemáš dost expu, no. Tak jo, jdeme do té boss arény.
No ding, když nemáš přítelkyni.
Funny.
Paníčok. Víš co, já udělám... Neudělám bílej tah, ale otevřu si portál.
Du si v Kauflandu Elden Looting.
Looting.
Starý mák, co se teleportuje Elden Blink. Tak jsme? Jsme. Se zapomněl, s náma furt chodí tyhle tady Lakane.
Velký kukluksa.
Velký clansman. The Grand Wizard.
Takovej smak.
My father read all these?
A Undergastův ksich jenom říká, I'm not getting paid enough to deal with this shit.
I'm too smart for this shit, man.
Wow. Loot?
Co to dělá? Co to dělá? Ty jsi vyčaroval čestku?
Ring a ring přímo pro mě. Plus 20 focus, plus intelligence, plus willpower.
Tak ber?
Alright, that looks useful.
No to beru.
A i zgrím na to. That looks useful. Hej, pajzlíku, ty máš svůj blink, jo.
Blink.
Zelda 2099, Elden Link. Nice.
Oh.
Sure.
Či myslíš, že v předminulým streamu jsme zase vymýšleli...
Let's see.
Tyhle věci taky.
Jo, jména Nurgle bossů.
Ano. Je to dobře. Hele.
Z jakého webu jsem kupoval roudý uniformu? Whatpriceglory.com, je to vpg.com 2tv. Najdeš.
Jestli chceš, klidně jim to hodit jako odkaz.
I don't understand.
Tak jo, potřebuješ něco udělat?
Ne, jenom říkám, jinak máme interaktivitu.
Whatpriceglory. Jo, už to má, není to VPG, už je to celý Whatpriceglory, tady. Kuci mají novou hlavní stránku, kde jsou oblečeny v těch roudých věcech zrovna. A nejen v roudých věcech, hned další je Austrálie.
Nice.
Tak se zrovna podíváme, co tam novýho. Nový americký, nový britský a nový kanadský věci. Cool. A všechno jsou to repro, jo, takže to budete mít jako nový. Cool. I do be liking this. Indiana Jones gear, teďka tam je section, OK. Stále by mě zajímalo, kde si můžu pořídit ukrajinskou M14 uniformu, ale bohužel ta je teďka trošičku busy.
Co se týče Indiana Jones.
Oh look, tady se staví dragon!
Tady někdo opravdu má svý vlastní muzeum, ano.
Ne, tohle je tunerská garáž, kde si tuníš draky.
Kde je zlatá deska, třeba to žiju. Bacha,
budeš hodně platit na celnici, jo, u tohohle. Je to nevyhnutelné.
Jo, není to AliExpress, no.
No, 30% ceny z tvý objednávky nejmí budeš platit Český poště nebo nějakému dalšímu byrokratovi.
Český cink.
No ano, Elden Cink, no.
Do you hear that?
Ale ne.
Ale it's the song of the dead.
Yes, but it's
Bloodborne je blízko.
clearer.
Konečně, PC verze je na dosah.
PC verze se blíží. Černospála. Ne, krvespála.
Oh look, it's a face door.
Ale ne. Geiger moment. Tohle nedopadá dobře. Cítím z toho Prometea, to nebude dobrý.
Look and be like, yo, that shit deep.
I've never felt anything like it.
Neither have I. Whatever's behind that door, it's the key to this dungeon secret.
Huh. Any thoughts? We have no idea what to expect, so we should stay closely together.
Každopádně už mám nakoupených 60 panáků.
I'm sorry.
Nice.
Whatever is in there.
Grilovačka ještě nemá pozvánku, ale platí původní datum první víkend v červenci, jo? Guys, buďte ready. Hnedka jak mi borci dají webovou aplikaci, tak dělám pozvánku.
Teďko ještě budu muset objednat 7,5 litru. Takže se mě Kalaga kufl po portálí. To ještě...
This is too dangerous. We go in together.
To moc.
Or we don't
Ještě
go
ten týden jsem po každý byl doma až po 8.
You will do as the Allfather wills and proceed alone.
Go fuck yourself, já to nejdu sám.
Else, you will suffer the consequences.
Víš, vypadáš nejvíce metal.
There are dozens of my men and women out in the fortress.
Navíc Roland ti ve skutečnosti dává free XPčka, Berto.
Should you emerge from this place without me accompanying you?
Smůla pešku, ale...
This is crazy. We have no idea what I'll face.
Yo, chill, bro.
You will handle it. Now do as I say.
Nervozní.
It's for the better.
I don't really have a choice, do I?
Nemám možnost to kliknout.
All right. Then let's get this over with. Just stay put. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Já jdu sám. Sebralo to i tobě asi lidi, co?
Yes.
A jo, nemůžu ovládat. Oni se tu vyvalej tajko na schody a budou žrát.
Tady máte všude lavičky, ty vole postele, já se nedivím, tady je to jak říše řeckých králů, tak já jdu dovnitř.
Tu z toho uděláme takovej gaming plác, natáháme všechny poštáře.
Knock, nigga! Jdem dovnitř!
OK. Hele, Elden Ring.
Oh look, it's a boss arena!
Ale ne, co to tam je?
Boobs. Those are definitely toodles. Some might say headlights.
Smash.
My head is doing the explosion.
Je vidět, že Ulrik poprvé v životě vidí nahou ženskou.
Já bych takhle reagoval. To plátový brnění na rozkroku. Au!
Co to tam? Who are you? What the hell?
Your mother. I'm your mother.
No! Počkej, to měl říct Vader. Bitch, say what, prej?
Say that again.
I'm your mother. You are the blood of my blood. My child.
Why do you have that accent, though? Why are you from Jamaica?
You finally come. You've come to save.
So I'm originally from Jamaica.
I don't understand.
Time for Elden King. Try finger butthole.
Quiet man, Isamo. He molded you from my blood. And after all this time, you finally heard me. Please, child.
Takže zdrojem Bloodborne jsem já. Fug.
I believe we have a lot to talk about.
Ale nejdřív se oblíkni.
You are silent.
Yes.
You finally come. Well, my father did.
All this it's...
Yo, wait, where the dope at?
I feel the same way. All those years I've spent in this slumber, only to wake up and be experimented upon by your father.
What the dog doing?
Given a child in some grotesque, unholy ritual. I still wonder if this is really happening. Or maybe just a strange dream.
It was a very strange dream.
I'm afraid it isn't.
Oh my god, the exposition. To se jmenoval Isamo the Quiet Man, to by mě ale zajímalo.
Why is it that you call Isamo the Quiet Man?
Well, I did not know his true name until years after my awakening. And before that, he hardly spoke. So this is what my mind always called him.
To není sen, to je Moonshine. You are a living shaper, Reno.
I still can't believe you're a shaper.
Shaper. That's how the quiet man called me too. We called ourselves the Zalunte.
Imhotep.
I know, but how is it possible that you're still alive? I thought you were extinct.
Yes, so it seems. I was unaware of this until the quiet man.
Takže stvořitelé světa literally existujou.
But how did your people die? And how did you survive?
I do not know how my people
to je opravdu hodně alien.
Believe me, child, I have spent a long time
Za chvilku, facehugger, Prometheus.
Ulrich chodící facehugger, viděl si ten harem ženských, který už má kolem sebe.
The scientists, the scholars, the priests, and like many other Zalunte at that time, I was taken by the scourge.
Arthas za to může, dobře.
The scourge?
A disease. It had been ravaging through our empire for over a decade at that time. It ate us up from the inside.
How did you survive, Mama Jamaica?
But you survived. How?
Through a ritual, an experiment. The idea was to freeze my body until a cure would be found. Looking back, I wonder why I was so eager to keep living. I was just a power-hungry woman who had no one to mourn her death. By the face of time, it's strange to tell you this. Millennia have passed, but some of the memories are still so lively, so real.
Jo, dobrý.
By the way, když se podíváš na naše charaktery, jak se tam vyloženě vyvalili a váli se tam a leží a čekají.
Ukáž. Fakt, že jo? Isgrim se tam natáhnul, prostě tohle bude na dlouho. To je
jiný Rondar má tak vygumovanou palici, se tam furt modlí.
Ale tak.
A Isgrim prostě si tam ducná. Nemáš pivo.
Šlep. Tak schválně, jo? Age.
How old were you when the scourge infected
500,000 years. 90.
Half my lifespan was already gone.
Není tak tolik, kolik jsem čekal, dobře. Jsem čekal daleko víc, ale bože.
To je dobrá zpráva.
Otázka je, kolik je od té doby, co se to stalo.
Then the experiment worked?
So it seems. Only that when I woke up, I was here, bound to that altar, looking into the quiet.
Isgrima nezajímá explozice, chce do dalšího dungeonu.
Our minds do not seem to be so different.
Isgrim wants to kill more
So I believe you can
scaly
imagine how I felt. It was terrifying, like a nightmare, one that would never stop.
Okay.
What exactly happened when I touched your hand earlier? How did I wake you?
You don't know.
I know shit.
How should I?
Yes, how should you? I am sorry, child.
Entschuldigung, Kinder.
To know all those things I would have taught you if things had been different.
Znáte jakou tu věc, když se škrábete v nose a předtím se hrabete v čili paprikách. Just happened.
Já jsem řekl, že se najednou skrábeš na mozku místo v nose.
Ne. Já jsem se ale začal papričky a no, mám tu slivný kousky.
To mám takovou historku, jak můj kamarád z Kutný Hory pěstoval hodně spicy papričky, nevím jaký. A měl lonely day a chtěl si udělat dobře a, well, long story short, dick was on fire.
Takže něco podobného, ale s těma papričkama jsem ještě zažil to. Já jsem měl totiž jednu odrůdu a měl 1,5 milionu kapsicínů v sobě. To se nedalo krájet ani sušit vevnitř, já to musel dělat venku a stejně smrdily ty věci brutálně a štíply mě ruce, když jsem měl na nich rukavice.
Ajajaj.
Ale to, co říkáš, že svým kámošem mi stalo taky, když jsem zjistil, co je to koňská hřejivá chladivá mast.
A yes, the chili Willy!
To jsem nevěděl, jestli mi to upadne nebo ne, jako jo. To je to studilo a pálilo najednou.
Literal firebrand.
To prostě fakt au a musíš sednout a 20 minut teď budu trpět v bolesti, díky.
Ale literal war crime je, když jako seš opravdu degustátora, enjoyer těch pálivých věcí, prostě dáš si nějakou 2 milionovku, zvládneš to v pohodě a pak jdeš své slečně udělat dobře ve spodních patrech. To je teprve průser.
Au. He was in heat, you say.
Nezachrání ani 7mílový boty.
See, my child, the quiet man, Isamu. I do not think he ever considered me as a being. What he saw me as was a tool to the essence.
The girl's about to get even more hot.
The essence.
The hotness enhancement package.
Your father's race.
My teeth are melting.
From an endless sea.
Oj, oj, oj.
We, the Zalontep, are different. We have always been closer to the essence. We had understood how to harness it, and that had made us powerful.
Takže papi Isamu chtěl být pover.
So you're saying that my father wanted to use you to gain access to this essence?
Yes, he was obsessed with the idea of gaining power, and to him, I was the key.
Vagene in the fire.
Transferring my aura, my powers onto himself was impossible.
Hele, autosave, drama.
And he realized that quickly.
I s Grim si usral autosave.
Autosave. Poison damage. Scarlet Rot.
Počkej, já jsem vlastně ten, kdo má ty toxický prdy.
Fire in a hole. And we bring fire. Fire. Fire.
Which is why you tried to find another way to gain access to your powers.
Yes, he tried
Forgiveness je jako not on the menu v ten moment.
To these flesh creatures he created and countless other ways, but it was all in
Když se
vain.
škrábneš někde a najednou máš do sebe to pálení, no? Godric druhá fáze.
I felt it all. Then he created you. His train of thought was simple. If my aura could not be transferred, it could be passed.
Takže I am the world podle všeho.
How is that even possible?
Yeah.
A shaper and a human?
Yeah, my dad fact, yo. It do be like that sometimes.
It is different from what you are used to.
How?
It's complicated, and I do not want to talk about it with my own child. What matters is it.
We're having the talk.
Čekám, že tam bude něco podobného jako s Blankama, prostě něco totally fucked up.
An only child.
This is where the nightmares come from.
So this is where the nightmare comes from, isn't it?
Nightmares.
Ever since I was a child, I had these dreams. I think I saw this place, the creatures my father created, the images. They were so vivid, so real. But whenever I told Isamu about them, he just shrugged it off. I always felt they were connected to something that had happened a long time ago.
Tak Apolion, chci jen říct, že tady je důležitý story moment a my tu probíráme jalapeňos.
Apolionovi nedošlo, že já to myslel jazykem.
Právě.
To je daleko bolestivější.
Au.
Yes.
Au. No, to bolí asi zobou, ale au.
A pak samozřejmě dostaneš ten známý flashbang, kdy obě tvoje uši jsou současně stisknutý a puštěný. Takže píp.
Discombobulate.
Discombobulate.
What happened then? What did Isamu?
Mimochodem, credits u Taharovu voice aktoru konečně se předvádí pořádně. Tady už je voice acting fakt dobrý.
A dáme kvůli tomu, že 3/4 času on má takový jako
Takový neviňátko hlas.
Neviňátko hlas a hlavně teď má jako fakt svůj moment. Zatímco vždycky potom je v dialogu a tam to vítězí většinou i s Grimm, no, protože tu máme.
Ale keď sa Borka urobí po chalapeňu, tak dostaneme chili omáčku. Real shit!
Pepper spray.
But I still don't understand.
There's got some kind of spray.
Song? You said that you called out to me so that I could find and save you.
Yes, I have done nothing else since your father took you from me. But it was only a short time ago that I finally started to feel that I could sense your presence somewhere out there. Thus, I tried to focus my thoughts onto you and send them out into the world. Telepathy, as you call it. The song must have been the way
200 lidí.
Jo, 200 lidí na Spellforce není špatný, protože je to Spellforce.
To je hezký, vítejte a vládáme to.
Hej, takový Reaper Squad bude solidní WMD. Tak na to by Sadáma dostali, no.
A pro ty, co náhodou sem přišli s nějakými chmurnými myšlenkami, oddechněte a užijte si aspoň stream. Děláme to Elden Ring meme a vtipy o tom, kam nedávat papričky.
A hlavně co nedělat po okamžité konzumaci papriček.
Ano, protože to je porušený židovský komunit.
V několika položkách.
Nehledě na to, jakou část sama sebe přitom použijete. Můžete to označit jako self-mutilation.
Budeme self-mutilation nebo team kill.
Team kill. Flashbang.
So his death.
Flashbang dostaneš, no, když uděláš tu blbost, co já.
Because of that, your telepathy finally carried through the walls of this place.
That is the only explanation. Yes.
So it was telepathy.
Natasha mají Shapers. Všemožně divoký názvy a jména. Andra je docela v pohodě.
Jo, to by mohlo být někde v Evropě takovýhle jméno. Ale ne s tím jamajským přízvukem.
Tak jako...
Bomba klot, Babylon.
Kolonialismus, tak možná.
Kolonialismus?
Obchodismus? Lidismus?
So I'm going to kill you.
Když jsem obchodník s lidma, jsem vlastně legal.
What do you mean?
Your song. It was lethal to everybody who wasn't gifted with magic.
You killed people.
Thousands of people died. Men, women, children.
Straight up ti to řeknu, co se ti povedlo tím zvoláním pro mě.
Ano, Randa má pravdu.
But it's over now, isn't it? I found you.
Yes, it should be, but...
Ale tohle je docela slušný jako writing twist. Jsem nečekal.
To jsme čekali boss fight. A tohle je doslova jakoby interakce. A hlavně je to hrozně hezký seznámení s hlavní postavou, jakoby, co si myslí.
Something's happening. What?
Oh no. Mama.
Is it Lacane? It is Lacane.
Holy shit, co ten tu dělá?
I'm sorry.
Dark Souls boss fight music.
Oh shit.
It was necessary.
Join me.
Holy hell.
What did you do? What do you think? I fulfilled Aener's prophecy. Searching for a cure, the pariah seeks the
Holy shit, she did.
A lost mother will be found and awoken from her slumber, and thus allows me to receive her essence.
You knew about this? You knew about my mother?
Do I kill?
Yes, I did.
I want to kill.
I knew that the blood burn was caused by a Shaper mother looking for her lost child. But what I didn't know was where to find her. So I had to find the child instead.
Vrchní manipulátor.
The pariah.
Od začátku, což jako dává smysl, jo.
No on nám to vyložili to proroctví teda řekl, jo, ale...
Ale jak to jsem kurňa dostal?
Isn't it obvious?
Když přišel z druhé strany.
The key to the Archfire, as we call it.
Oh. Všichni naši ostatní postavy jsou omráčený.
I'm sorry, Tahar. Your mother, she will now serve the greater good.
Communist!
Understand? You bloody killed her!
She is not dead. Her body may be, but not her mind. Inside that amulet, she's still alive. It's what your father had always tried to accomplish, but never did.
She Eldar now.
I don't get it. You did all this only to get access to the essence? To the Archfire?
No. The bloodburn had to be stopped. Unlike what you might believe, I do care about the people of Io, just as the Old Father cares about all of his children. So I stopped it, as Aener ordered me to. But he also told me something else. That purifying the world, freeing it from defilers, and making people see their sins is only the first step. The second one requires power. A lot of it.
Why?
It's called the opening of the gates. A rift, a portal. One for which Aener can step back into this world. And this is his most loyal servant. He needed the Archfire's power.
Akorát, že tohle je takový, že nemyslí sám za sebe. No, jako vědomě.
I order you out of the heart.
Give me that amulet now, or I'll take it from your dead body.
No, I will not. Your mother is what we should all be, a tool of the All-Father. Either way, there's no point in explaining. Your role in this ends here. Once again, I am truly sorry. But the All-Father's vision is what
zabít.
The pariah needs to die after...
Kavabunga it is, bitch!
Kavabunga it is, yes.
You're welcome to try.
I'd love to see you try.
You will.
Do něj.
Tak, bonk! Whirlwind! Mag versus Warrior in close combat.
It's over, Lacane.
No. Believe me, it isn't. Time to put your mother's magic to the test.
What is this?
On se udělá démonem, že jo?
Buď.
Ne, on to schodí, ten vůl.
Něco dělá, nevíme co.
Ow, holy shit, he doom in the doom. Quest completed. Mulandir, okay. How did we get here?
Já se budu muset odskočit, hele, během načítání. Be right back.
Quickly now. Základní chyba nechat záporáka mluvit, to je fakt, no. Bak. Dobrý, ještě se nedodělal loading.
To je dobře, no.
Teďka skončí loadinga. You're finally awake.
You were trying to cross the borders, right? Tak schválně, co se teď teda stalo.
Jo. Elden Scrolls.
Ellen's reigns. Hey, quick, over here!
I'm back!
Yes, yes, just like that. Stay with us, Corporal. Stay with us.
Říkej mi desátníku.
What's the map? What happened?
Tahar's awake.
Lord Marshal Arondir, what in blazes are you doing here?
It's a long story, but I'm here as an ally.
We friends?
Yes, and there will be plenty of time for the lengthy explanations later. First, I want to know how you're feeling, Tahar.
I'm finally awake.
Sorry to say it like this, but you look like shit.
Okay.
Ježišmarja, má tu helmu vlastně.
Jo.
Charming as always, but I'm fine.
Krtec přesný.
Dizzy. What happened?
I just remember
Lacane and my mother.
Your mother? You mean the Shaper?
Yes. It's hard to explain. She was in some kind of stasis when my father found her, and my father used her for his experiments. I don't know how to say this, but the blood burn, it was her doing. When my father died, she tried to call out to me by telepathy. That's what caused the plague.
All right. I think his head wound is worse than we thought.
It's the truth, Iria. And
Gorma jako per, že dává větší bonus lidem elfům a trpaslíků.
But why your mother? You're speaking
a teďka všem řeknu, že nejsem přirozeně narozený člověk.
She is my mother.
All right.
Yo.
What?
Hold up.
Did you say what?
Teďka střih, jak všechno převypravuju.
Ano, přesně. O 2 hodiny později.
Skip Expozito.
He's lying, King Regent. And actually, it makes sense. It explains a lot, for example, why he could activate the portals, enter Mullendeer, and why he had this vision.
Yo, mama did what?
I have to admit, it's not what I expected from our little trip to the Eye. Not at all.
And what?
Did I? But now it's my turn. Why in blazes are you here, Lord Marshal? And how long was I out for?
It's just anger now. I think we've moved past the titles. And to answer your question, you were out for 5 weeks.
5 weeks?
Yes. To be honest, if your vital signs hadn't remained steady, we would have assumed you were dead.
Which leads us to your mother. You mentioned something about
Otevřeme si tou mapu a tam shit's on fire, yo.
Yes.
Plně to očekávám.
Rise and shine, Mr. Dark.
That's what my father always tried.
Rise and shine.
And why
Smell
he
the
created me in
ashes.
the first place.
And I assume by Archfire, you're talking about some extremely powerful source of magic.
Yes, and it's heresy.
The source of all magic. Yes.
So the
Did you get it? It's Archfire.
Well, at least now we have an explanation.
Just like Archfire.
An explanation of what?
It's like fire, but on drag.
Super fire.
Briefly put, the purity of light has taken over almost all of the Eye, Greyfell, Greykeep, everything.
Ale nezabrali Greystone. To jsem si ho právě vymyslel. What about Duckwen? Where is Duckwen? We need to find Duckwen.
What about the Queen? Is she...
She's alive. The Harbinger knows he can't kill her, because if he
How
does,
about your
word
mama,
gets
Grey?
out, then he might lose the common folk's support. According to our spies, the Queen's Guard and the Purity have struck some kind of bargain.
Wait.
There was business.
So the Purity controls the key, and the Queen's Guard just plays along?
Yes, it sounds absurd, I know. But the Queen's Guard
Takže to bude human on human violence velmi brzo.
the safety of the Queen. Whatever is necessary to protect
the most common violence.
Though I doubt the King's long-term plan sees the Queen at his side, which is just another reason to hurry.
But why? Why start a war against all of Northander?
To prepare Io for the arrival of Aeonir. You remember that nonsense his priests always preach? How we're the reason that Aeonir left us?
Yes. That's why they
want to clear the world of sin and
mages.
Teď už možná jo, no.
Well, it seems that they've spiced
I
up
když
their
to tomu
idea a
do
little
posud
since it was taken too
nenasvědčovalo,
long.
tak
It's not
uvidíme,
just
co se
mages
z něho
that kill
fakt
anymore,
stane.
but everybody who doesn't
Ale oni se
their
stali
religion.
Twitterem.
Soldiers, women. They all get to choose. Join the Purity and accept the light, or be killed on the spot.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Vím přesně, jak se cítěj.
I knew it would come to this.
Didn't we all?
Be that as it may, your recovery couldn't be more timely.
We lead in armies, yes. Where's Muti?
Since you saved me from the dungeon.
Představili jim...
What about my mother's body?
Představili jim, co to znamená mít povinně volitelné předměty.
We saved her, but she seems to be in some kind of a coma. For a while we thought it was the same as your condition, but now that you've told us the full story, it makes sense. Her body is still functioning, but Lacane has stolen her spirit.
Náš profesor jeden, jak zažíval jeho táta, když ho byl ještě malej volby, že tam jednou vzal.
Ano, vždycky vyhrála ta strana, co volil, že jo?
No, hlavně, ono to bylo demokratický. Tam byla normálně ta kabinka, do který, jak se tam vlezeš a zaškrtneš si, koho volíš, tam byla. Akorát byla za tou porotou u okna někde totálně v prdeli. No a schránka byla úplně uprostřed, takže samozřejmě logicky tam nikdo nešel. A on jakož to malý do svýho tátu tam urgoval k tomu, aby tam šel. On to nakonec udělal a samozřejmě hned to tam šli omrknout, jestli tam něco neudělal, hned vyměnili propisku. Říkal, já jsem býval malý kidu.
One more reason to stop him.
Maybe we'll even get our chance sooner than expected. Lacane is marching towards us as we speak.
What about the charges? Do you still consider me a traitor?
Is that still important?
Drunken monarch.
Asking for a friend.
Správně řečeno, příběhově tohle je velice oblíbený. A je reálně.
That's very honorable of you, Tahar. Given the recent events, your sentence has been lifted.
Už nejsem traktor.
You are pardoned. And if that is your wish, you can be reinstated as a corporal of the Northander army. That, and my apology, is
Já mám radši Iskander.
That would mean a lot.
Good. However, we cannot make this official until Greykeep.
Takže budeme dobývat přímo samotný Greykeep, tak to bude Grimdark, tam bude hořečit.
Going down.
Also, I boosted, yo.
For what it's worth, the encounter with my mother also changed something in me. I feel different.
Elaborate.
Well, when I awoke my mother, it did something to me. She called this the melding.
Less fancy words, please. What did it do?
Shut up, elf.
Well, I think it allows me to control a part of the Archfire too, just like the Harbinger does.
Finally, some good news.
Indeed. Anything that can help us battle Lacane will help. But whatever it is, I doubt it will allow us to stop Lacane with a thought alone. Oh, will it?
No. I'm still trying to figure out what exactly it changed.
Oh, Archfire specializaci mám vybrat. Brutalita, disciplína, černá magie, vůdcovství.
By the way.
Wind of Darkness, Obliteration a Devour Soul, yes, brutality.
Wow.
Who this? Ah, Trooper! Hello, Koopa Troopa.
They said you would be here.
Lord Marshal.
Mr. Warhammer.
The Purity. They are here, as you said.
What are we fighting?
Orders, sir?
Put up defenses all around the perimeter and protect the Nexus at all cost. How many are they?
Hundreds, sir. And House Utran is supporting them too. Your sister is leading them.
Press X to doubt. Všichni vědějí, že zde nemůže být víc jak 250 jedinců najednou.
Výkorn now.
And they're led by Lady Myra Utran?
As I said, yes, it could be anything though. Maybe Lacane forced her to
Blood
comply.
for the Blood God! I mean, honorabru.
Do you understand?
Ano, yes, schools for the Ulrich.
Good.
Schools for more.
There needs to be an explanation for this.
Tahar, smash!
We need to fend them off. Tahar, are you able to fight?
Yes.
I think so. Yes.
Good. Then you're back in charge. Let's head out.
Byl by to hodně velký clusterfuck, kdybych dostal všechny 3 armády teďka pod kontrolu. I have control. Tak, vyleveloval se nám rohem.
Mama.
Muty?
Muty.
Are you my mommy? Ježišmarja, z ní to táhne, jako by si urvala čápa.
Smrdíš.
Tak, co naučíme Rohena? Resurrection by erection? Uram.
Uram něco chce.
Help from beyond, more resurrections. Uram má questus? Uram má questus!
Ano. Co když tak měl Gore jakožto schopnost? Frost Shield.
Měl druidský věci. Hello. Ha?
Jo, to je Ball of Fire.
Can you tell me more about your craft?
Jo, to je jenom normální klábosení.
And why's that? Thinking about a career change?
I'm just curious.
Are you? I hope you do realize that demonology, most people who mess with it die.
But let's start with the basics.
It's simple. You study demons and their powers, and bind them to your will. And thus you gain access to take a devourer. Once you've studied and subdued her to your will, you can access her strength. And I'm not talking about merely...
So in order to bind them...
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, but...
And I'm guessing that's what makes it so...
Among other things, yes. And to be honest, as a result, their brains explode like a watermelon hit with a warhammer.
Mama mrazák.
Mama mrazák, to vypadá dobře.
Thanks for the
sure. Who would be like casually explains forbidden magic? Yeah, sure, no problem.
Je to jednoduchý, najdeš démona, pochopíš démona,
zbiješ démona, máš démona.
Ano.
Literally Pokémon.
How to claim your succubus.
Let me see what you have in
there's another.
Certainly.
There is another one.
You're an adventurer, aren't you?
You're an adventurer, aren't you?
Sure, I've got something that might spark your interest.
Mám Flaming Great Axe, že by to bylo vylepšení mojí sekery. Myslím, že mám upgrade. Jo, koupím si sekeru. A prodáme pár zbytečností, protože jsme se našli další reinforce plate, který nepotřebujeme.
Mám tu měl velký tupání.
Jo, ten revitalizující necklace si teda nakonec nevyužil, jo? Dobře, tak já ho střelím.
Co to? Protože já už ho mám.
Počkej, my už jednu tu Flaming Great Axu máme, jo? Tak chybička.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Je to možný.
Come again. I'm getting new wares by the next moon's turn.
Hihihi, it burns.
Můžeš prodat i ten Shining amulet, ten má snad každý taky.
Let us see.
Let me see what you have in...
Certainly.
Jo.
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
Lim.
Good
tak,
choice.
já mrknu na kovadlinu, jestli můžeme dělat upgradus. Tak, je zde něco, co můžeme craftus? No, we cannot. Takže asi jdeme rovnou na main quest, protože tohle bude bitka.
Jde muž.
Jde mi zbít. Počkej, ještě potenciální upgrady pro lidskou frakci.
Koukni tam.
So, is it true? Sentencer
Yeah, I'll fucking kill them.
He gave me no choice.
Sounds just like him. Either way.
Anything
else you need?
Yeah.
I want to buy some
music to my ears.
Tak.
What did you have in mind?
To už máme. Scroll of Resistance. A samý chuj! Ale jdem na mission. Rude Awakening. Go.
Yes. Líp. Můžu ti kam. Go, Power Ranger.
Je čas na pořádnou genocidu elfů. Teda! Nejdřív eliminace kultu, pak genocida elfů. Musíme mít priority.
Ano. Priority. Mulandir. We go.
Já bych přeložil nejkoulentější do angličtiny. The roundest. Fuck off, jednoduchý.
Nebo the utmost roundest you could
Utmost
ever
roundest
round.
roundable.
The roundabest round.
The most utmostly defined roundable.
The roundable roundest ever to be round.
That has ever rounded.
That has ever rounded around here.
The ball.
Square.
The most rololo.
Rololo.
The vololo of rololo. The roundest round around that ever rounded. Přesně.
It makes Cthulhu.
The Round Master.
Round.
Tak, Battle of Mulandir 2.0.
Battle noises. They're already inside.
What are your orders, Tahar? This doesn't look
We
good.
take humans and win.
We have to seal the entrances.
Konečně, tuhle tu mapu využije.
We're done with.
Then we need to split up. I'll get some of my men and make a stand in the southwest.
Winter Mage.
That's the hardest one for them to reach, so chances are they still.
Hele. Jo, jsou tu všechny jednotky.
Tahar, if what that scout said is true,
jsou tu zelenokošci? Lidé i elfové.
Jo.
Don't harm her. I know my sister. But this does not make any sense at all. There must be a reason for all of this.
I'll do my best. Good luck, Agar. We'll come to your help once the other entrances are secured.
Okay,
Do that. Nihalf, guide your sword to her.
Hurra!
Come on, Tahar. This way.
Yes?
Of course.
Kam ti zdrhli?
Blasted hard.
Mně se líbí, jak Angard prostě bez zbraní, bez ničeho, jenom jdu na ně!
Rozbiju jim hubu nohama.
Máme druida, umí kouzelný lektvar.
Kašleno.
Když se zakoukám na tu fotku, ta určitě umí jiný věci. Kde mám jednotky?
Já nevím, ty si obdivuješ ženský ksichty.
Ne, mě se zasekli, já jsem je poslal dolů a oni... Ne!
Se urazili, když to řekl.
What did you say? Tak, follow Iria, to je doleva nebo doprava? Talk to Scryer Eleon, oh. Hey, Magic PC.
Tahar,
You're finally awake.
Shit. So they've already breached the outer
Masked
walls.
Priest.
they will
Taky
soon.
dobře, ten se je proti tam.
Masked thing on the other side. I don't know how he does it.
Je to
but
člověk, ty elfe.
he's draining me.
Je to priest.
Drain.
He does the magic.
Humble the choose corrupter.
Iria!
Oh no, it's the Mongols.
Ellen's reigns. What happened?
The barrier gave up.
Vacha, Super Templar Army jde proti nám. The Kingdom of Koopa keep assault forces.
Seems like Scryer Eleon got
Masked Knight of Koopa.
Can you take care of her?
Yes. I'll get her to the Nexus as quick as possible. Be careful, Corporal. I have a feeling that masked priest wasn't Lacane's only ace up the sleeve.
Líbí se mi, že nás nechají dokončit dialog, než zautočej.
Jo.
He's a Dreamweaver.
Hrajou aspoň férově. Oh, a spawnujou další. Attack for the Emperor!
Až je umlátíme, tak to budou Knights of the Koopačí.
Koopa Boys mají 200 for some reason.
Koopa Boys se tam sekli s těma kopíma.
Fireball incoming! Bom. Dobře hořej v těch bílejch roubách. Kdo by to čekal? Defeat the Masked Priest. Musíme tady nahoru, prej.
Maskovaný nábožník. Myslíš, že se tam fakt jde dát jako tudy má?
Já jsem tam kliknul a Pathfinding říká tudy.
I do not think so. To je můj charakter, jde rovně.
Jo, já myslím, že jdem k tomu Godstoneu.
Tak já ti to otevřu, ten Godstone.
Počkej, aby tam nebyli klansmeni.
Oni tam budou. Pojďte.
Už běžíme.
Pojď se mne, aby kluci z Koopa nadbijou zade. Jdeme je zmlátit. Může?
Neboj, může. Jdem na to. Dobrý, no jo, víš, že tady jsou kucí.
Kucí okupanský.
Kucí okupanský, nazdar.
Já jim tam hodím.
Při fly, a jsou tak křupaví, no to je tím, že mají hadriané zbroje, no.
Protože jsou z Kingdom of Koopaky. Se jim nedí.
Tenhle má zbroj, umři.
Another illusion.
On byl fake.
Doesn't surprise me. Who was that?
If I had to make a guess, I'd say he's one of his commanders.
Little white man.
Bůžokáme se než. To je žíže bůžo.
Žíže bůžo.
Okej.
Okej. Tohle Godstone, my jsme všechny už měli objevený, to je sprostota tohle z toho hro.
No, ale oni tu byli, tak nám to asi zrušili.
Oni nám na ně klepli kladívkem, ono je to rozhodilo.
Jasně nic nebude, hele. Jo, můžeme.
Retreat.
Nevím, chcem to tu prohledávat, nebo jdeme rovnou za otazníkem?
Já myslím, že prohledávání nám nic nedá. Jak tak jsou tady spořádaný na zemi, jenom dead.
Ale aspoň hned nemizej.
Žerou hlínu, žerou hlínu. Goldstone Conquered. Mr. Connery. Nic, takže ještě vejš.
Jdeme ještě rovněž.
A, tady jsou. Kucí ušatý.
Ušatu budeš tanou smrad. Chci nic říkat, ale k pátí ženská.
It do be like that sometimes.
Dávám výští.
Tak co, Kupa Boys? Co chceš ty?
No to je samozřejmě asi tu moc, please.
Ne, taky iluze. Iluze je nejvíc OP oproti reálně. Myslím, že úplně nemají dobře skoncipovanou armádu.
Je vidět, na co se jaký mají priority.
Fake boys.
VR jsou pravě radí.
Hej. No, to taky nikam nevede, mistře. Hledá, že bychom to tady obešli.
Je to cesta.
Je ta cesta. A, tu jsou boys.
No jo. Hele, skladíme. Co to hází? Torch of the Bane. Já dostávám, jakožto můj charakter dostává. Myslíš si, že budu dostávat PTSD za to, že proti mě háže zapálený dřevo?
Elfinom. Já počkej jako Blackman. I get it.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. A chytej kudlu, nemáme manu. Tak ty ho Detroitní, víš co, zase na jo, to není armáda, ty jsou jenom na dovolený. Ve stejnokrojích, bílejch.
Detroit become Undergast.
Understood.
Pán černý magie.
Dunklord.
Dunklord.
As you want.
Má ty nejlepší memes, jsou z Detroitu.
That's the way. Nejsou původně jeho.
Je to tady. Nufin? Nufin. Jo, Nufin. A, Kupa Boys. Ale tamhle nahoře je loot. Loot.
We go for loot. Prdíme na ně.
Staří dobří voliči demokratické strany. Je tam obyčejný mentor plate, co jsme dávno už prodávali. Hele, tady můžeme flanknout. Počkej. Flank attack. Potential flank attack. Yes.
Jo, yes.
In the booty. The best kind of attack.
To počkej, tak na ně zautoč a já půjdu z mý strany.
Dáme je do kleští.
Ano.
Purity a poštol. Počkej, já připravím fireball, seš ready?
Tak nějak.
Fire!
Whatever's necessary.
They won't stand a chance. Prepare yourselves.
Like Zoink Scoop, they're really powerful.
Does this never end?
Oh, jeez, man. Další
I understand.
Punch him in the dick.
It will be bloody. What now? The southwest, the southeast, and the northeastern entrance are still undefended.
Ale krystal, Secret of the Pure. Bílej krystal, samozřejmě, že je pure.
Tajemství čistých.
Napojil si? Jo, napojil si.
What's next?
Rolling out.
Napojil.
Zatím nevidím ty stovky, co proti nám schromaždili teda, jo?
Právě jako.
Verhorda. Čau Gore, ty jsi mě nevšiml, co jsem tady co budu byl.
What's the situation? I don't see any purity men around here.
No, not purity, but someone else. According to my scout, they're gathering their forces down that valley. My gut tells me they're waiting for reinforcements.
In fact, there's a couple of hundred of them just up ahead. Couple of hundred of them.
A couple of hundred.
What's the plan then?
Sorry, what?
Well, now that you're here.
Simple enough.
All right.
Ty gobos tady. Já dostali jsme gobos.
Jej.
Meat shield. Gor samozřejmě zůstává. Tak. Push back the Bane. Oh no.
Když nemáš rád orky, dal by se to označit jako antizelenismus?
Shroomy boy! Torch of the Bane zase taky zapomněl hodil hořící dřevo, člověče. Jsme na tom stejně.
Právě no. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
Představ si, že ti někdo trefí zapáleným polenem do hlavy a zvítězí.
A ještě by to hořící kříž, viď? Hele. Tady se něco kuchtí.
Zas tak velký satan nejsi ten senče.
Gobos, open fire! Operace kryjte se za střety!
Operace zeleninová polívka.
Operace houbová polívka.
Yeah!
Yo, holy shit, that's a catapult! Tu báže proti hrdinům to nemá žádný damage.
Už po nás hážou větší kocky. What the hell? Odkud to přitáhl?
Spíš kudy má? Tady není žádný vstup? Oni umějí teleportovat katapulty, ok. What has changed?
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Telepult.
Teleport.
Vedle, šlo to těsně výhle. Vedle. Puristi, pitomí, jsem tu furt, jeď.
Portoče.
Tak ale chlapci, to je nesportovní chování.
Že se o nás ani nevrhají, čekaj na nás.
Aha.
Čekaj, než přijdeme do té... Palio jsem tam zapomněl.
Nemůžeme postupovat, nejsme všichni. Nážer fireball zmrde.
To žerou hodně teď.
Tak bong. Jau, ten dostal.
Taková standardní věta tady z toho streamu, co?
Tak, bacha, tady bude Big Bad.
Interesting.
Moment, tak vidíme, jak jsi silná.
Mini boss.
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
Literally shut up, woman.
To vypadá dobře, jo, ale...
To je babuška. Takže Sister of Battle 300 let služby. Dead. Loot.
Ale leží, není mrtvá, není
Ježišmarja, zdechni.
Not bad, Tahar. Not bad.
Why are you doing this? Throwing your lives away for some deluded madmen.
Deluded? You're confusing something, Tahar. The Harbinger is pure. We're pure. You. People like you are making this necessary. It wasn't always like that, you know. A long time ago, this world was a world of peace, and now look where we stand. But that era has come to an end.
Up.
We will make the world pure.
You're fanatics. You've completely lost your mind.
On the contrary, we found it. But you're beyond repentance, so let's save ourselves the breath and end this already.
What the?
Go after me and lose your city and your friend, or save them and let me go.
Pořád ti můžu zašlápnout lepku do písku, krávo.
She got away.
No time to go after her. We need to secure the entrance.
Je jich tam hodně vzadu, bacha, ti neumá.
Jo, házím ranged. Oni přibývají.
Dávám vždycky magic.
Upgradeuju svůj damage potential.
OK.
Orc down, we lost the man.
Hlavně bacha, nezemřej s Grim. Healuj ho.
Nemůžu, už jsem mu dal. Můžu mu dát. Shut up! Tak, Isgrim mu dělá prd. Isgrim a jeho AHčko nesmí nikdy přestat.
Já udělám kukun.
Klíček. A nějakou peněženskou dámskou měla. Blbka.
Peněženku dámskou.
Tak, jdem pokecat s Gorem. Padla mu bariéra, what a shame.
Vždyť jsem dal.
Já vím, že on už je nějaký vyflusaný z toho.
Taky má na sobě všechno tu netradiční zbroj, která mu vůbec nesvědčí.
A yes, human armor na orkovi.
Smurt.
Too bad, groby. You must gather your party.
Teď běžím.
Envach byl pomalu.
Samozřejmě. Jsi zmysl.
A trap. I should have seen that.
Yeah, you should.
Got away.
I figured. But it won't be the last time we see her. We secured the entrance. That's what matters. What about the rest of the city? They attacked from all sides at once.
Yes, I know. We'll take care of it. Just hold your position.
Understood.
I'll do my best. Understood. There's still 2 entrances we haven't covered yet. Let's hope it's not too late.
Tak finální část. Howdy. You must gather your party. Já bych chtěl stavět ty gigachat čampiony s těma masivníma zbraněma oboručníma.
Já jsem si přitáhl miniaturní.
It is. How about you?
Well, we managed to fend off the first attack. They are pure.
What then?
Mercenaries. They don't have background, so they could be about anyone. Thing is, they put up a siege weapon of sorts right up that hill, which prevents us from retaliating.
Lukas, já nevím. Já mám takový pocit, že ne.
Určitě ne.
Tohle je spíš konec první části.
My fire pult. A Roman catapult. You could say a trebuchet.
The mercenaries themselves will fall into your backs.
Or swarm right into the city. Yes. We weren't enough to split up, but now we are. Good timing, in other words.
So you want us to destroy that weapon?
Yes, we will break it.
Yes. The moment it is down, we'll go for their strong point.
Yes. We could also take on their camp.
I don't think that's wise, Tahar. You'll be outnumbered. But I guess
outnumbered? No units, yo! Destroy the siege weapon. Okay. Čekej.
I'll be swift.
Když půjdeme tudyma, kudy nás to vezme. Jdeme všichni?
Běžím. Jaký otazník tam je? Hele. Zráci.
Já se si otočit.
Nechci je čekat.
Enemy Ogars.
A je to tu nacpaný jak D1.
Spartan Tactics.
Tak si.
Hele, borci, tudy jako ne. Piu!
Ti jejich snajpři nejsou moc chytrý, co? Když na nás běží.
Prepare yourselves.
Whatever's necessary.
I'll do what's required.
Tak.
Jdem se kouknout sem.
Jo, tady na schody musíme.
Jo, za mnou. Ale ne, ketchupová party.
Corn party! Come on then. Tak co tady máte, borci? Fuck all, co?
Ano, come on them.
Wow, Slanesh! Why?
Když ti dojdou šípy.
To bylo snadný. Next!
Jako je to se budem, většina ostatních misí až vždycky Ježiši Kriste, kolik jich jde.
Ještě nehrajeme RTS, nezapomeň. To přijde.
Pravda. To pak zase Němcům ujede ruka.
Tak kde je the Great Shield?
Short, kill them.
Ty to úplně obyčejnej katapult. Au, ale hází firebally, dobře no.
Fireball? Jsem nevěděl, že ani to. Jo, vlastně
to je jejich gimmick katapult.
Careful.
Defeat the Deathman. Oh no, it's the elf.
This is Commander Katras.
Ježišmarja, to
So he's fighting for the purity now.
Já dostal silence, ale můžu po něm hodit.
Katras, why?
Don't talk magic.
Fight.
Okamžitě healuju. Okamžitě se snažím. Skoro dole.
Tak elf byl zaražen do země.
Bacha, jo, já skoro tady.
Elf removed.
Blazes, Tahar. Now I know why Lacane wants you dead.
Nevím proč, ale mám z toho takový divný Marvel pocit. S těma jejich generálema.
Jo, akorát, že oni Marvelujou proti nám.
No právě, my to bereme docela seriózně oproti ním.
Dej mi důvod, proč by tě měl jítnout.
Give me one reason not to kill you.
I guess I can't. Can't help with that.
Aye.
Look, this isn't personal. Lacane and his fanatics took down my camp and gave me a choice. Repent and accept the light, or have some stern-faced priest ram a bloody pike up my arse. So, unless you have some odd fantasies that I don't want to know about, don't tell me you wouldn't have done the same.
A loyal man wouldn't have.
Well, good thing I never swore loyalty to you or the Empire, isn't it? Don't kid yourself, Tahar, you would have done the exact same thing. Pretend all you like, in the end we're all selfish pieces of shit, and the only difference between me and you is that I'm honest about it.
Any last words?
I hate to disappoint, but we're not quite there yet, friend. Goodbye, Tahar. Too bad we couldn't be on the same side this time.
What the?
A teleport rune. Good thinking.
Zase.
Let's get back to Angar.
Let's get back to Mr. Angi.
Počkej, portnem se.
Já jsem... nastavil jsi to?
Interesting.
Vypadáme. Fakt se teleportujeme, jako kdyby jsme byli Asgardani.
This way, right?
The cloth thickens.
Ano,
líbí se mi jeho postoj.
Their commander escaped though. He had a teleport room.
Látka se slušťuje.
Well, you secured the entrance. That's what matters. What about the rest of the city? Are we safe?
Not yet. Hold your position for now. We'll meet at the Nexus once all this is over.
Všechny vyčistili.
Tiara's blessings, Tahar.
Jo, ještě Southeast, ten finální.
Just one more entrance to go.
We should hurry.
What's this?
What this?
My newest invention. Or, to be more precise, my newly recovered Shaper technology. I call them, Death Towers.
Very original is Grim.
Death Towers.
Metal.
Yeah. While you were asleep, I did some more research on how the Shapers use the Nexus to defend
Trpaslík vytvořil... Oh look, Trpaslík vytvořil smrtící zbraň, jako originální. Ale Isgrim říkal, nemám rád stereotypy.
So it's true. House Utron is fighting for the purity of light.
Původně to mělo být velký laserový ukazovátka, trochu jsem to přihnal.
Na potřech pivek to bylo jiný.
What do you suggest?
Well, as you know, I'm not the best at tacticians, but from what I saw, the attacks are currently coordinated by 2 Utron commanders. If we stay here and make sure no one gets through, you could take out those commanders in the meantime.
Yes.
Got it. I'll come back when it's done.
Good. Nihalf guide your blade, friend.
Isgrime, jdeš se mnou, žádný výmluvy. Potřebujeme tvoje AOEčko.
Přesně. Žádný takovýhle.
Blasted armor.
Takže teďka jdeme dodělat, no, takže nevydržím moc dlouho. Spicy Boys! Piu!
They will fall.
Fine.
The line must be drawn here! Skoro škoda úprdu.
A podobně. A ten jsem šetřil, jo. Mocné to.
Je to velký laserový okazovátko, ale nějak se neodhadnul výkon.
Přesně, právě. He gets it.
Dude gets it. Počkej, jsem ho chtěl hodit fireball, když byl ještě statický.
Sure, whatever's necessary.
Hodíme na ně. Ano, healerové útočí. Velice chytré.
Plague Boys.
Does this end?
You read my mind.
Bych neměl asi nic říkat, když nosím masku a mám to jako celý svůj výkon.
Friendly Fire je skutečná věc.
Self-burn zár.
Serpentiny.
Jak běží, jak kačen.
Of course.
That's Tahar. Get him.
Hoodies, Ultron Commander. Ty byl nějaký Ultron tady, Avenger, vem si sekeru, dead.
Now let's find the other one.
Plague Boy.
Jesus Christ, it's Jesus Christ.
No, my jsme dostali šampiony, proto si říkám, proč máme tak masivní melee damage, máme Bonky Boys.
Máš trůlu.
A nějakýho zimního mága.
Jo, což vypadá jako super. Jo, je to jezdící velký silný healer.
Ten mág? Ne, druid?
Jo.
Druid můžeš healovat, anebo... A nebo...
Jo, tak Winter Mage je cast ice spells, jasně.
I cast healing spells!
Co on dělá? Stands, Hymn of Fury. The flag bearer assumes a stance that inspires nearby troops.
Prostě jako, víš co, vololo. Hele, Keeper Boy.
Zlatý Keepers of Kupaky.
The best Keepers.
I understand.
Lepší než Keepers of Secret.
No. Hey there, guys. Got any secrets, y'all?
Hele, standard bearer nám tu tlučou.
Retreat! Ty se tady vzali, tyhle ty pomádi.
Spavny se vzadu.
Jakože sneak attack, jo, tak to ne.
A je po nich.
Removed like kebab. Next!
What did you just say to me?
Ty vole, no. Keeper of Kupa Keep dvakrát.
Kupa Keep Knights jsem prostě nezastavitelný. A jeden dole, a jeden
druhý dole.
To je prostě ukázka toho, že zlatá zbroje, fakt ne.
Je a fakt jakože měkká.
Fakt jako no.
Do toho pračíš palcátem a projde mu to zádama.
To je hodně drahá smrt.
No víš co, vypadáš přitom cool a o tom jim jde.
Vypadáš jako najde.
Mezi tím Baltazar Gelt. Nervous sweating.
Mezi tím proto sobě.
Tak to je spíš nátěr.
To je pravda, no, oni mají special.
Mají svůj plastýl, nebo co oni mají.
Mají nějaký ten special.
Some Adun bullshit.
Ano.
I'll be swift.
Okay. Fireball! Taky mají standard bearera. Má kostičky v červený na rozdíl od našich modrých. To znamená, že je špatný a musíme ho zabít.
Je velice, ale opravdu zlý.
Ale opravdu nesnesitelně špatný.
Ano. Tak špatný, že ho nepřijali ani do družiny.
I understand.
Tak, stabo.
Yes.
Understood.
A kde je tohleto? Ultran Commander.
Tak, chytej díku zmrde. Teďka kladivo.
Ga.
Let's head back to Isgrim tady. Tak jako, já jsem asi moc malý, nebo co? Tak nastav Portus.
Portus nastav Venus.
Jumpus.
Jumporino.
No, to byly základňáci, proto nevydrželi. A si říkám, kde mají načemáraný zetka. Jejich výdrž by tomu odpovídala.
What do you require?
Let's do the death. Yes. Warpstone.
Did you deal with those commanders yet?
Byl jsou toho, ty debile!
What the?
What?
Lady Utran.
What's the meaning of
Lady Utarus, ty vole.
Ultron si vyrobil mačku.
No tak to bylo opravdu bohy, tak tohle.
Alright. One more step and we'll slit my throat.
No problém.
Tell me one reason.
Ty vole, vážně, ještě krok a zabiju se.
Proč?
I fail to see where that's my problem.
I don't understand. Why did you betray the crown?
Každý hráč zarouká, když se mu něco nepovede.
Tahar, you must understand the situation. You're not in a position to
Líbí
give
se mi, jak se pomalu regeneruje.
So here's what's gonna happen. You let me walk away unharmed.
Víš, že tě můžu resurrektnout.
My soldiers, I don't care. But if you make only one wrong move, I will end this by slitting my throat.
To je pizda. Blafuješ.
You're bluffing.
Try me.
Skoč. Já nemám jinou možnost, vypadni.
Fine.
Dual flip.
A man of reason. One more thing though.
A woman of treason, fuck off.
What?
You will repent.
Já true believer, go fuck yourself, Islámo.
Nihaf's hammer.
That's good.
I mean, what was that? That is... Wait, I have a theory.
About what happened to Myra?
Yeah.
Yes.
But let's talk about that later. I think this entrance should be safe for now. The Death Towers will make sure of that.
Good work. That'll help us.
We need to discuss things at the Nexus.
Je to cool, absolutně brutální smrtivěž. Vlastní design ukradený od
Smrtivěž.
She was possessed. This doesn't make any sense.
Jak má jarat
again, I have a theory. The rune. While you were asleep, I tinkered with it a little.
You think the rune has something to do with this?
To je ta moje sarumanovská
prostě. Follow me, Tahar.
I'm coming too.
All right. Let's see. Turn around.
Tiara's breath.
Mind control runu máme
výtečně. You get the idea.
Řekni adresu prvního nejbližšího bordelu.
Critical problems with it, and what I've done is far from what the Harbinger did with Lady Moira. But Tahar, this rune, it has so much potential.
Tyhle sigmariti tady.
The Godstones was fascinating. It's just the beginning. The Shapers, the Khazarlan-Thep, they knew their full potential. And this is the reason they were so powerful. Do you see it now? They...
Have you lost your bloody mind? Stop that! Whatever it is! Stop it now!
What?
Stop it for fuck's sake!
Fine. You're free. Go and take a nap.
Unbelievable.
Já bych nemohl, kdyby furt byli pod tou mocí a prostě vytávat.
Isgrim, šéfe, já to neumím vypnout.
Šéfe, já to neumím vypnout.
They still look hypnotized. Are they free now?
Yeah. It may take a while to recover, but tomorrow they won't remember anything. So it's not that bad. Who knows? Maybe they would have died in the fight if they hadn't been under my control.
Okay.
And you think that the Harbinger controls Lady Moira, right?
Yes, and in an extraordinarily powerful way, if I may say so.
Huh. In other words, we need to find a way to break that possession. Right now, House
Isgrim objevil, co to je hrát na živou real-timeovou strategii.
This is madness.
Whatever it is,
in-game
let's tend to the wounded first. We'll discuss everything else in the Nexus.
Yes, let's do that.
Holy hell.
So many casualties. I just don't understand. We just ended one war. Now the Harbinger starts another.
Human nature, Tahar. People need an enemy. Peace is always fleeting.
Do you really think so?
I do.
Takže kam? Jo, do hlavního centra.
Do hlavního centra, yes.
Joink. Ah, yes. Mr. LeCane.
Look at me, I'm very special.
I made some bullshit happen, now everybody's dead.
Fanatický profesor X.
Příliš zapalený učitel historie. Dějepisáři na základních školách be like.
You shall behold. You shall be in front of me and despair.
It is what it is.
No, takový to profesorský. A jaké knížky jste četl? Aha. Ale to není ani jedna, kterou jsem napsal já.
Tak to upravíme, abyste prošli.
Takže přijdete příště.
All right, let's catch our breath first. Angar, I'll talk to you when I'm ready to discuss
Circle of
the next
friends.
steps.
Good.
We have friends. A můžeme kecat si Isgrim.
Angara Arandira. Máš
máme jako nový charakter, ale Isgrime, tell me.
Tahar, that Nihal, you're awake. For a while, I wasn't sure you'd make it. How do you feel? Out on the battlefield, we didn't really get the chance to talk.
I'm alright.
Could be worse.
Well, that's good to hear. It's a tragedy. The purity on the loose, with the power of the Archfire in the Harbinger's hands. Who could have seen that coming? For what it's worth, I'm sorry I had to go through this. I truly am.
Ooh.
Don't try your gay shit on me.
Be that as it may, all that matters now is that we stop him. What about you, Isgrim? I doubt whatever bargain you struck with Lacane still stands. You're still here, so I guess you aren't planning on leaving.
Me? No, of course not. Where would I go, Tahar? There's no way of knowing what the not to mention that we're still in the ancient Shaper city, full of marvels waiting to be discovered.
Well, I'm glad you're able to see it that way.
A frown hasn't helped anyone yet, has it?
Přesně tak, vole. Vidíš, i Zgrim je pravej opak médií. Co bych se nasíral, budu na tom hledat to dobrý.
About Andra.
Nej.
Askus.
Ask.
I'm not sure how to say this, but she was a Shaper. A living Shaper.
Where are you going with this? I will take my smart hat now, of China.
Don't talk about her as if she's already dead. Lacane only trapped her.
Of course. Sorry, I meant no offense. See, Tahar, all tragedy aside, you have to understand how fascinating this is.
I dropped my smart hat.
A Shaper who survived through the aeons. And as if that weren't enough,
Ano, to je můj koupkejš proti raketám.
I have so many questions, Tahar, so many questions. Iria said at the moment Andra and you melded, she made you see something. Fragments of her past. Now, I can't help but wonder, what was it? Did you see Mullendir in all its former glory?
I didn't see anything.
Nerd.
It's more like I suddenly have that sense of familiarity.
Ulriku, můžeš mi podepsat autogram.
But that's even more exciting.
What?
She must have transferred some of her memories.
Podepiš mi moji velice unikátní zbroj, kterou nikdy nesmím.
Look, Tahar, I'm not sure how to say this, but how would you feel
Can I touch your mommy?
Examine her? There's so much we could learn from her, even if
no longer gay is Grim.
I'm doing it for the science, you know.
Víš tak, jak je not gay Jared, tak je not gay is Grim, víš co? No, mě to úplně jako nevadí.
If you really think it helps, all right.
A otevřel to quest.
You really just said that. Point the health. Thank you.
On mi to fakt dovolil. Já ji můžu osát.
His knowledge will be a great help.
Maybe he will renounce Dick after that.
We'll do it as soon as possible.
Tak.
Embrace tradition, víš co? Watching women.
Představ nám Angara, co má za schopnosti, co mi.
Jas, takže. Oh, he looking good. Tak ho nejdřív equipnem, počkej, on nemá atributy. Takže, co seš? Brutality Warfare. Takže je to... Single target obouručák.
Já tu oblezu nějaký obchod, jenom kouknout.
Jo. A nebo štítař. Já ho udělám na obouručáka, protože jsem to vlastně jenom já. Na těžký zbraně obouručník.
Můžeš kouknout, co tu máme? No, jako štítu tu moc nemáme, oproti obouručkám.
A má boosty jako vůdce, takže mu dáme Constitution na dobrý zbroje.
Aha.
Vole, ta jeho defaultní zbroje je lepší než to, co mám já. Ale dám mu Super Gigachat Armet. Oh yeah, boy!
Nice.
Tak a v obou ručku nějakou superovou, na to potřebujeme strength, že jo? Jo.
Rozhodně na tom líp než Rohen.
Já mu dám tu Claymore of Inevitability. Co je Dexterity 4. Haha! It looketh good. Tak, máme nějaký šminky? Nemáme. Tohle je Moonlight Greatsword, Dark Sword, Night Build, Strength, Endurance Build, Dark Souls. Two hand away. Každopádně nemáme ringouše pro ně a skoro bych ho, já asi to chvilku vezmeme místo naší zrzy, protože vypadá, že bude mít fakt dobrý melee skilly. A hlavně vydrží v melee kombatu na rozdíl od...
Hlavně přežije 5 vteřin melee, přesně.
Každopádně mrkneme na Ye Olde Shope.
A tu koukám k tomu trpaslíkovi, ten má ty kladiva obou ručky. Hele, ten trpaslík, když tak má ty obou ručky na prodej, ale to drahý.
Já mu dal ten legendárku, takže myslím, že to bude lepší.
Přemýšlím.
Spíš kdo má prstinky, elfové asi, co? Bižuteráci.
buď alfové, nebo... Ne?
Vyhodím ze zkus party, 50% streamu odejde. Jo, lidi, co nehráli Dragon Age.
Yes? Počkej, jestli hledáš prstínky, tak
to bylo
má...
v době, kdy ještě ze zaví lidi nebyli cancelled.
Tenhle ten něco má.
Já ještě než zkusím tady Elf Shop.
What is it?
Okay.
I would like to train.
Well, if you have the coin, I might be able to help.
Tady má jenom šutas, tak nic. Takže dole u šmeláků. Šmeliňáci.
Ten, u kterýho jsem teď, tak prodává prsteny.
Já mrknu tady u toho
docela dobrý.
Psychouše.
Yes?
No,
Have you come to see the fruits of my labor?
No, to je ten Mega Simp. Jo, to je štítovej. A... Elf. Fuck
jo,
off.
je to shit.
Good choice.
Yes?
As you want.
Good choice. No, nekoupil jsem si nic. That's a good choice.
Corporal. I found some new treasures. You might want to take a look at them.
No treasures, you say.
Swords, everything for the
To je pro magiče. Holy shield, tak ten revitalizující koupím. To je jeden a teďka druhej.
Kouknu tady u orku ještě.
Joink.
What can I do for you today?
Čorty čorko, co si vyšmelil?
Let me see what you have in stock.
I had hoped as much. What do you need?
Všichni vypadají tak strašně.
Jo, ten má tak, má skoro 100 goblinního masa.
Prodáno.
Já mu prodám tesáčky. Jdeme za číky letí smrdě.
No ještě ti trpasíci mají ten medailon, co jsi prodal.
Jo, medailon pro něj nemáme, co?
Tak ho koupíme zpátky.
Asi jo, člověče.
Tak jo.
Jo, tohle jsou orc upgradey.
Když bude asi za hodně, no, je za 8,5. A to si můžeme dovolit.
Máme 45, já myslím, že bychom se neměli úplně zrušovat.
Tak já mu ho koupím.
Kup ho. A ještě jeden prsten nějaký.
Počkej.
Orcish craftsmanship, aj.
Je tu jednoduchý nullification plus 10 dobrá, je to k ničemu, to se nějaký najde prsten.
Zaraka, what do you need?
I want to train the fire whip, all right.
Here's what we can do.
Co?
Ne, to se jenom kliknout tam nahoře.
Jo.
A máme 2 Winterbands. Jednu prodám.
On má strength dexterity kombinačku. A o tomu vyhodím, já musím mít ten jeho. Protože mu to dává strength dexterity, takže mu spadne meč, když mu to sundám.
No tak já si to vezmu, no teda no.
Tak potřebujeme ještě consumable a prstínek. Consumable můžu dát purging talisman.
Tak počkej, tak já mu dám ten můj talisman, co mám. Zkus tenhle, to je shielding amulet.
No místo, ne, to přijde o strength a dexterity, mu to vyhodí meč. Třeba prstínek a consumable. Trinket.
Můžu ti dát jeden svůj prstínek, jestli chceš.
Spíš nakoupit nějaký.
Já mám plus 10 fokus.
Kdo ještě šmelí prstínky? Někdo tady musí ještě být.
Počkej, tak se koukneme po postavách, který už máme, ne? Tadyhle.
To je fakt. Mrkni u Ramovi, tomu jsme možná něco dávali.
U Rama máš ty.
Oh.
No, mý postavy tu nemají nic kromě... Hele,
jo, ten má vyloženě ten summonerský.
Můžu ti půjčit nějakou zbroj klidně od Iry, jestli chceš.
Zbroj, ale to nebude lepší určitě.
40, 40, 30, 20.
Jeho defaultní je epická a má 50, 50, 37, 25.
A jakou máš ty, že bychom ti dali od
A increase attack speed o 20%, což je úplně na obou ručku boží. Takže já mu to nechám.
Drgás má ten svůj head scarf a dává mu to plus 7 fokus.
Turban soustředění.
Ano, turban soustředění.
Tak já to koupím mu tady u šmelináře. I will buy it for my money, yes?
Šmelinář.
Šmel.
Šmergl.
Beware to not lose your šmekl, friend.
Ano, a 9 prstenů kradli.
Corporal,
let's smell.
Světelný meč, jak tady má ten Angar, je boží. Artos, můj son.
Tyhle ty prsteny jsou whack.
Tak na to prd a dostane ho potom až během to, až někde bude.
Useless úplně nebude, no.
Of course.
Got it. Portni se sem nahoru. Ten spodní portál můžeš půjít.
Je propojený, je.
Jo.
A jdem na mission.
Angara. Ten má fakt boží ten meč.
Já jsem ho používal předtím.
Já vím, ale furt je luxusní.
Je to hodně, ne to Moonlight Greatsword prostě. Angi.
Lightsaber. Welcome.
Hello, what's all this?
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
Yes.
I am.
Good. Then let's call your companions.
Briefing, kucí.
Good.
Level
now
up.
that you're all here, I'd like to plan how we proceed. As
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest. You were in a coma for more than a
Wow,
month,
it's
and you
Grimme.
still don't
Dick
know
move,
what that
bro.
melding actually did to you.
Isn't it obvious? It made him more powerful.
Yeah, but where does that power come from?
Magic.
What effect does it have on the human body or the psyche? We don't know.
Magic.
Se mi líbí, jak hejbe těma rukama.
I'm alright.
I'm all right, Iskrim. Just
Trust me, bro.
Fine. Then go on.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the purity of light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lacane made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad. It's bad because Greyfell was built to withstand any kind of ambush.
And why is it good?
Ambush na pevnost úplně
Because it
nefunguje,
also
Angare.
means if we succeed and reconquer
Pevnost je
Greyfell,
statistka,
we'll
ta
cut
ti do
off the
ambushe
snake's
nevejde.
head. Once we kill Lacane, the purity will fall. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves. That battle for Greyfell will be bloody, and if we want to have even the slightest chance of winning, we need to join the remaining houses.
Ultron,
Unification
Hamlet, and
War.
Wolfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, you should see if you can strengthen the alliances you already have, Tahar. I have a plan regarding that, so we can talk further once this meeting has been concluded.
So do I.
All right. So where do we start?
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my sister Myra. Isgrim, any ideas?
Actually, it should be simple. We need to find the one controlling her, take the rune, and, well, destroy it in the forge.
And who is controlling her? What if it's the Harbinger himself?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Myra's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence, so once that person is near, you'll feel it.
Good. Then I have a plan.
Oh, no.
The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskandar, between the Utran and the Everlight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, bitch.
So what's your plan?
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be the closest ones at hand.
A bait.
Yes, we hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop get behind enemy lines. You find the rune carrier and strike from the shadows. Obviously, you'll have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran army forever.
All right. So we take over the castle, wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind their lines, and eliminate the rune carrier. And once Lady Myra is freed, we will try to gain the support of House Hallett and House Wolfgar.
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that. But let's discuss this when the time comes.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original mission has been completed. In other words, if any of you are thinking of leaving, now is the time. Well, then we best get prepared now.
Nice.
I'll tell you when we...
That's a lot of quests!
Understood. Tahar,
Yes.
I'd also like to talk with you if you have a moment.
Lukas se ptal, jestli to dohrajem. No.
Právě.
Alarm!
Corporal Tahar, a word if you will?
Ježíš, tahle trubka ještě žije.
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city, and he looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you.
Lies.
But we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
Že by to byl.
I see. Thank you,
To by mohl být Bertrand.
Corporal?
No.
To bude Bertrand.
Kdyby nás joinul Bertrand.
Vole, další hero. Každopádně level up.
Jo, máš interakci se mnou tady.
Vteřinku, Ulrikus. Já se nebudu hejbat, já teďka jenom přidám.
Já si upgrade už dělám. Co to
někdy bychom tady měli mít the Great Schmeling.
Máme tu 2 vykřičníky. Oh. 3 vykřičníky. Já mám vyjevovaný svý charaktery už. To udělám jen dialogom, páč to bylo docela.
Kde byl Gondor? Já mám tady expanzityho brutalitu stromu svýho, počkej. Wind of Darkness, Black Magic, Aura of Dark Magic.
Když tak úplně ten první perk se dá vylevovat až 5krát.
A to je Focus Pointy, to je mana.
No, používáš ji dost. I z Grim by si možná zasloužil.
Ten to nemá, myslím, leadership. Tak, co si zvýším? Constitution mám max, inteligenci mám a mezi strength.
Mezi ti Undergast, the intelligence je 11. Jesus Christ, I'm surrounded by monkeys.
Zase zvedneme HPčka, i když teďka ji odložíme, já se uklidíme na chvilku. Takže vlastně tady zvýšíme
dal boost za to, aby dokázal ubližovat všem možným lidem a nelidem.
Jej, máme Isgrimův I am your friend skill, Bastion, co to je? Nesmrtelnost, 20 vteřin, to se hodí do průsledových situací.
Dobrý, to je hodně dobrý.
A zvýšíme mu HPčka, protože he gets hit a lot. Je to Sir hits a lot. And gets hit a lot. Tak, Rohan má Resurrection, tak, Clarity. A Rohan je... Jo, Intelligence, Willpower charakter.
Ještě třikrát šeptáte některý, aha.
To tam zpět šeptáš ty, šmelinář.
Já to koukám na ty schopnosti, co zde můžu vyvádět.
A Angiboy dostane... Proficiency. Obouručná riposta. Yes.
Odložíme zrsku. Yeah.
Odložíme nebo položíme? That's the real question.
Přineste více polštářů.
Postavte více nor. Tak. Leveling dokončen, domočen a talk to the black man.
It is good to see that you have recovered. This place and these people lack guidance without you.
They did?
Yes.
Wow, to byla otázka za všechny bludišťáky, I'm done.
As you might have expected, he did not have everybody's support. I was even fearing an internal power struggle, and I'm glad it did not come to that. I must say, Tahar, your mother, she is remarkable. I have always wondered what the Shapers look like, and now I do. It is fascinating. Though I suppose this is a difficult topic for you. Forgive me if my words were inappropriate.
It's all right.
Good. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Why are you black?
Yes? What is it?
So, Undergast, when you told me about your split with Lena, I got the feeling that you were more than just colleagues.
You were asking if we were in love. Am I correct?
Android.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Then let me start by telling you that the term love is undefined and that theories about it. I have read a lot of books on it, and I've studied the poems, and I've come to the conclusion that it is ultimately a primitive, carnal urge that people have. I myself never felt it, and maybe that was because I saw the underlying mechanisms.
So, what you're saying is that you were never able to feel love, but then Lena...
No, it was not that
Dig
simple.
goes up, dig goes down.
What stood
Simple
out in
as.
our relationship was that we... You see, Tahar, to me, the bonds people have, and I am not like Yana. Her mind simply does not have the ability to feel these bonds anymore. She had them once, but then she lost them.
He gay.
My brain is capable of feeling these things, but I am unable to connect with the outside world.
Nepřišel z Redditu.
I only have my own. I can't. But then there was Lena, yet it changed me. All at once, I felt.
Třeba když přeložíš Undergast, znamená to subreddit.
Do you know this feeling, Tahar?
Nebo když jsi tak chytrý, že se vrátí zpátky na začátek.
Is there anyone?
Well, yeah,
I see. Then you probably know how distracting such a
your inability to
Are you gay?
Yes. If it were not,
Are you gay?
my sudden connection.
We have a dwarf that thinks gay.
We have a gay dwarf.
Even though I felt connected to Lena, I was still unable to feel the same way.
Am I right to assume that your relationship ended with your disagreement over the creative?
No, you misunderstand. Yes, you are correct. It was the disagreement that broke our bond.
How do you feel about this?
That is a good question. I do not know how.
I can imagine.
You have nothing to thank.
Tak 5minutová expozice o tom, jak
Do you have regrets?
žena mě
You
nepřitahovala.
ever feel as
Tahar,
if you could and
you are
should have
gay.
acted differently than you did act?
Have you tried Viagra?
No.
Impressive. You see, I've never told you this, but I
Is
find
Grim
your
likes
resilience to be remarkable.
Is Grim likes this?
Well, it is no secret that you have
Jak to
endured a
vzadu
lot of
poslouchal?
pain.
Tell me more.
Your early childhood must have made a mark on your psyche.
Lehký úsměv pod vousy, závorka neviditelný.
Well, it wasn't all.
Of course not. Either way, I think we have.
We should. So long.
To je jiný auták, ty vole. On je asi nervózní, když se kouká tu hořící sekeru před sebou, jo, ale...
A hlavně jak nosí tuhle tu šílenou hůl, kterou u sebe má.
A bacha, teď budu zjebaný za to, že jsem mi vyhodil z party.
Tahar, how are you feeling?
Pretty good, actually.
To be honest, I thought you were
Angar
dead.
vypadá jako dobrý fighter na
While you
rozdíl
were
od
in that
tebe.
coma, I was unable to read or feel any thoughts and emotions emanating from your spirit. You were like a corpse.
Vem ho na plocho mečem, já mám sekeru. I'm alright.
Pojď pod sebe. Pušť na svůj lightsaber.
There is something else I would like to talk about. Maybe you have guessed it already.
What?
Your friend. Now you know what killed him.
Her. She was a woman, and her name was Mila. But yes, that's right. Now I do.
Merde.
It was your mother. The Shaper.
Argex, do you see the redhead? Yes. Are you turned on? No. You are gay.
You are gay.
Takový jednoduchý test, takový gaydar prostě. Do you like?
Gay.
No. You gay.
She only wanted help. She had no idea what she was doing.
Yes, I know that. Ultimately, the question I asked myself is, can there be culpability if there was no ill intent? I've done many things which people might consider evil. But then again, I didn't do them out of malice, but because I needed to. Because feeding my urges is the only way for me to survive. I know the situation is slightly different from mother's.
Jo,
She didn't know her song killed people.
Vykřičníky
But ultimately it
otázky
did.
toho nějak moc.
So the question is she to blame for Mila's death? And if not, who is?
And why are you looking for blame? There is no blame. Dobrý, ty vole, já jsem chtěl odpovědět také tady ta odpověď, takže there is no blame.
There is no blame. Nobody wanted the blood burn to happen.
Takže nechám tě tu příběhově
At
rozhodnout.
least I know now what happened. That alone gives me some kind of closure.
And what now? Will you stay?
Not in the party.
Yes, I will.
For what it's worth, I'm glad that I can
Okay,
count
teď
on you.
nebudeš partit, takže ti najdem nějaký prádlo, budeš nám vydělávat.
Let us talk later if there's something to
Doba
talk
je
about.
zlá,
Tahar.
peněz málo. A
Thank
jedno
you for your
řemeslo
time.
je nesmrtelné. Čo mám furt na vykřičník nad sebou?
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
Assassino!
About you being an assassin. You said that you might be willing to tell me more about that at another time.
I'm still not certain. The question really is, do you want to know?
Well, I wouldn't have asked otherwise.
Máhu může u ní tancovat.
All right.
He knows what's
Where
up.
should I begin? Do you remember what I told you about that man who bought me from the Greyfell Bazaar? My owner?
Oh je, tady to otroctví
I also
vlastně se
told you that
odehrálo.
after an incident, he discovered my talents and made me an assassin.
I remember. But what does that have to do with your morality?
It's complicated. The incident took place at a festivity. A lot of highly influential people were there, servants of the crown, wealthy merchants, nobles. My master knew all of Greyfell's elites. As always, at these festivities, it was my and the other slaves' responsibility to ensure the guests' well-being.
Ah, she did the Fouquet.
It must have been close to midnight when a man took me into his chambers.
Já jsem tady říkat tehlusem. The experience was already there.
This time, however, was different.
Je vidět,
For
že
some
autoři.
reason,
She a hoe.
that man wanted me to tell him that I loved him.
What?
I did, but he kept on telling me that I should
Tak
say
teď
it
už
like I
víme, proč s
really
náma
meant it.
nepůjde do party.
When I couldn't, he got
Ye
angrier
olde
and
OnlyFans.
angrier and started choking me.
Elden fans.
I had almost lost consciousness when I felt something break. I don't know how else to put it. It was as if my mind simply cracked
Hey, Mrs. Bumfuck.
like a crystal ball smashed against a mirror. And all of a sudden, that man and I weren't separate entities anymore.
I don't follow.
I don't
My
get it.
magic, my dreamweavery, that's when it broke free. You probably don't know this, but the only way to
Takže
become a
podvazky měly
dreamweaver is by
logický význam.
shattering your mind. You are opening yourself to the thoughts and
What happened to the man?
He did.
I killed him. It wasn't a conscious choice. Looking back, I even think that shattering my mind was my body's way of ensuring survival. I closed my eyes, reached out for the man's mind, and just crushed it. The man gasped,
Hey, death by
lost balance,
mind.
and fell right off the
Literal
bed.
mindfuck.
He wasn't dead. At first, I was disoriented. But then I felt it.
Ah.
For the first time.
Then came the horny.
To kill him.
Yes. To massacre
The
him.
corn level of
Hear
horny.
his screams. To see his life taken by my hand. I grabbed a lantern that was standing on a bedside table and knelt over him. And, well,
bonk,
you can
bonk,
picture the rest.
repeated bonks.
To get back to your original question, that urge, it stuck with me. I think that the moment when my mind shattered and I became a dreamweaver was what unlocked it. Ever since then, I've found violence
Literal murder
and
hobo.
bloodshed to be ecstatic, erotic even. And when
I get it,
kill
you're into
someone,
SM.
like I killed that man, I feel alive.
So you're the original Dark Eldar.
Actually, it's one of the few times I am capable of feeling anything at all.
Huh. And this is why you became an assassin.
Yes. My master introduced me into
Skrip
the
tam
craft,
jenom stojí a má
probably
Pikachu
because he
face
knew
na
that my
sobě.
dream had changed me.
A já si myslel, že já
Just
jsem
a
ten
slave
divnej.
child anymore. I was a weapon
To
man.
jsme taky Band of
More
Misses,
than that
tyhle.
even,
Gay Dwarf,
I needed
murder
what these
fuck
new tasks my master
Sadoma
sent me
Sozerska,
on provided me
Black
with.
Guy, co nerozumí tomu, co to je,
Become a
kdo neví,
basic
že,
need of
který neví, že je gay.
Of course,
Démonolog,
I briefly
který si to
considered
vyloženě
changing my
užívá.
profession after my
To je
master
banda,
had
ty vole.
accident.
A zelenokožec jménem Gor, který si myslí, že...
Killing is something
A to oso se umí proměnit ve
as
zvířata.
much as a child needs the
Který
love
je
of his mother. If I don't feed my urge, I will die.
Fakt jako Uram je jediný, kdo to tu vyhrál,
Not
ten si z
physically.
nás všech dělá srandu.
But mentally, I just know this.
I Skrip ten předchozí byl lepší.
That's a lot to take in.
I know. Now tell me, Tahar. Do you regret asking me this question?
Lína huba, holí
Knowing
neštěstí,
all
i
this,
Skrip 2022.
Do you think I'm a monster?
Okay, why do you accept it?
I don't think you're a monster, no. But I can't understand how you can choose to give in.
As I said, it's a matter of survival.
Joke's on you, I'm into that
But I
shit.
understand why you would feel this way. Anyway, I would like some time for myself now.
Full diversity achieved. Ty vole, bojím se zeptat Rohena, jaký jsou jeho úchylky. Víš, jak proč mi říkají Rohen? Já zbožňuju rohatý zvířata. Ven!
Nepomáhá, že
jako
má na
jestli se
hlavu.
někdo postaví, že je tady Ferry, I'll fucking kill him. Počkej, ještě má to the ally quest.
You said you know where we can find more allies.
Yes. I'll be brief. While you were
Rohan,
asleep,
the
an
man who
elven
stares at
messenger came
goats.
by. Varden Merilith, one of the Moorhere scryers from Leafshade, sent him.
Merilith?
Já nechci další
What did
elfy.
he want?
Only that he needed your help.
Hlavně ne Urama,
They,
hlavně ne Urama.
that
tam
is,
to bude
he and a
hodně.
couple of his followers, seemed to be somewhere deep in the Leafshade jungle, near the Halayish ruins.
Iron Bull. Hello there. Tohle není parta hrdinu, je to kategorie na Pornhubu. Nabídka kategorie na Pornhubu.
Oh, G-Scoop.
All right.
Oh, G-Scoop, this is some weird ass shit.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss, Tahar?
Tady mám tunu otazníků. Jo, to jsou intel gatheringy do questů. Tak, co má Rohan Boy?
Interesting.
Tahar, what is it?
Yo, what up?
You gay?
You knew about my mother, didn't you?
Are you gay?
That's what you hinted at back at the forge, before we set out to the Eye.
Well, the answer is yes and no. But they weren't enough to go on, and I had no idea your mother was connected to the Bloodburn.
You should have told me.
Is that so? And exactly what should I have told you? That I believe you might be the result of your father's experiments? That you're the offspring of some long-dead, forgotten race? Tell me, Tahar, what for? I mean, at best, you wouldn't have believed me. And at worst, it would have cost you your sanity. So no, I don't think I should have told you.
Bitch!
I didn't know if these suspicions had any substance at all. And I would have been a great risk, especially back then when you were still part of the
když to takhle budeš těm lidem říkat, tak fakt tak dopadnou.
Where did these suspicions come from?
No. And he never found out that I knew. Your father... I found one. A notebook. The story's actually quite simple.
Yeah.
I know. And he wasn't exactly trustworthy toward... It was... So I had found his experiment. The ancient woman, as he called her. Your creation, these waxwork figures.
So, why did he, well, create me? My mother said it was to gain access.
Yes, I think that was the main reason. Though I couldn't help but notice a certain, I don't know, warmth in his words when he described his plan.
Warmth? I guess I should feel honored.
Yes. Still, I don't think you tell me, Tahar. Knowing all that...
Marvelous!
How does it make you feel?
Tak jsem jako klon.
Marvelous. Yes, I guess that was a stupid question. Either way, I think we both need some time to think.
Oportunistický skill.
As I said,
Nice.
Tahar, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you earlier, but I simply didn't know what to do. Tahar, what is it?
Yeah,
I'll be off.
I'll be off then. Tak, more allies. Oh yes, the general boy. Angi.
Běžím.
Huh?
You said that you have an idea on how we can get more allies to fight the Purity.
Yes, I do. It's someone you're already familiar with. At least, according to your friend Iria. The Iron Falcons.
You want to convince them to join our troops?
Eisenfalke.
Not all of them, obviously. The Field Dog are an even greater threat than the Purity, even if most people nowadays have almost forgotten about them. What I suggest is that we strike a bargain with them. They give us a small division of their elite keepers, and we provide them with twice the amount of foot and maybe engineers to make up for it.
Engineers and infantry for a handful of knights. Is that really worth it?
It is. The Falcons aren't only excellent fighters. Their presence will also inspire our soldiers. They're living legends.
All right.
It do be worth a try. Hlavně se chci odemknout keeper.
Thanks to these godstones, it won't take us long to get there. So I'm not expecting this mission to cost us more than a day.
Fair enough.
Good.
A hlavně ty šampiony mít, jo, gigačady z Big Bonkers. Tak. Gor rozšíří naše Ogar řady.
Takže jdeme za Gorem, já proběžím taky. Hezky, já můžu udělat re a interruptnout targeted enemy. Koukám na svý schopnosti.
Scream attack.
No co, a můžu tak strašně vřískat autisticky, že už to mentálně nedá, já radši s tím přestanu.
You didn't think I would?
Yay.
No. That sleep you were in. I didn't feel that there was any life left in you. That new energy inside you, though.
So you can feel it?
That's like standing in front of a bonfire and being
asked if you can bullshit
feel the
zareagoval.
Yes, Tahar, I can. Anyway, In case you're here to ask, we're staying.
Jak se tu změní vždycky ta hudba u nich.
Protože Ogars.
You make it sound as though this thing is somehow your responsibility. It isn't. That fanatic, with his idiotic stories of the All-Father's return, is out for all of us. Especially the orcs, or the other members of the dark races. So yeah, the fight...
That's good news.
Yeah. Don't mention it.
Anything else?
Anything
I need
else?
more orcs. Počkej, má ještě nějaký hor?
I want to talk about it. I'm not... Zarek's fangs, this is so silly. Feel like a damn...
I'm not
forcing you.
Oh no, here we go! Teď bude něco fucked up.
Where do I start?
No.
Before becoming a shaman, every disciple has to go through a trial. The Iron Trial, as it's called.
Oh no.
I told you that I did most of my training in solitude, didn't I? That wasn't true. 5 years after I entered disciplehood, another orc was accepted by my elder. A female named Rain. She was 2 years younger than me.
Oh no.
He did it! He did it! The absolute mad lad!
Gore smash that shaman.
Gore smash!
I was a complete dick to her.
There it is.
Feared for my position. However, she never took offense.
We'll remember that later.
She fired back at me when I got childish, but at the same time never lowered herself to my level. As the years went by, we became friends. And no, there was no courting or mating involved, if that's what you're thinking.
I did not do
it. She was more
it.
like a sister to me. And one who, unlike my true kin, understood me. Those years in the Orcish steppes, they were special. We spent days, weeks out in the wild, doing whatever our elder tasked us with. And though it was hard,
Gore not smash.
There was beauty in that.
Gore maybe
we just
smash.
Had this connection between us. This
Spit
trust.
it out, man. You fucked. You fucked. Come on.
But something happened. Am I right?
Yeah, the trial did. A sacred test every disciple has to take before he or she can become a shaman. Our elder sent us both at the same time, which was unusual. But of course I was relieved. There was plenty of talk about the Iron Trial, and I was scared.
So what happened?
We, Zarek's fangs. I can't believe I'm telling you this. I'm breaking my oath.
Bromk.
Come on.
For what it's worth, I'll keep silent about it, I promise.
I know you will, Tahar. Otherwise, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
He be trusted.
We weren't told much about the trial. Only that we'd have to venture to a cave, far up in Barga Gore. They also didn't tell us how to get there. Only that Zarek would guide us. And he did. After a week of traveling, we found it. It was a strange place, Tahar. I saw that right from the beginning. The entrance looked like a mouth. The rocks surrounding it like the bones of an old, forgotten beast.
Dead dragon!
Stalagmites, like hundreds of teeth. But of course,
the Great Maw.
We had to.
What did you find?
A giant hall. It was as mesmerizing as it was unsettling. There were murals and carvings all over the cave walls. Old glyphs that I'd never seen before.
So, kde je ten problém?
Proč mám pocit, že on jí musel sežrat?
Nothing.
Oh no.
That's what baffled me. Apart from those murals, the hall was completely empty.
Gordon Nufingor is a good boy.
And for some reason, the ground in that hall was completely smooth.
Tumbo Sargeras.
Polished stone. There were braziers, one in each corner of the hall, and they were burning brightly. Rain was as confused as I was, but nonetheless, we entered the hall, and that's when the trouble began.
Calcium boys.
The exit was gone. No magical noise, nothing. Just in that moment when we looked the wrong direction, it disappeared. And instead of it, we were looking at another wall.
What did you do?
Strange. What did you do?
Well, after we calmed down a little,
Panic.
we assessed our situation. We figured that this was the Iron Trial, and that it was our task to find another exit. So we started looking. But it was pointless. There was nothing. We couldn't even hear the wind anymore. For the next 14 days, we were trapped. We couldn't make that wall disappear, and no matter how long we studied the glyphs, how long we prayed, nothing happened. On the 5th day, our provisions had come to an end, save for half a skin of water and a handful of jerky. On the 8th day, it was all gone.
Blazes. How did you survive?
Here we go.
I'm getting there. As you can imagine, the thirst was the worst. It drove us mad, and we searched every corner of that goddamn hall for just a drop of water. Not that we hadn't looked before, but as you know, hope dies last. Have you ever had thirst, Tahar? Real thirst?
Bergliros říká, drink your own piss.
Yes.
Then you know what it feels like. On the 11th day, Rain and I were puking our guts out. Our skin had literally started to crack, and I felt as if I was burning from within. On the 12th day, we were only an inch from death. That's when the dream came.
A dream?
Yes, a shared dream, almost like a vision. We were still in that hall, Rain and I, but we were out of our bodies, floating like spirits. At first I thought we had died. Then I saw what was different. The floor was full of blood, and that blood was burning. The murals and glyphs had started moving, twisting, like shadows dancing on a wall. That's when I first understood what they were depicting. For some reason in the real world, I'd never been able to.
What did they depict?
It showed what was expected from us, what we had to do to get out. Sorry this isn't easy. I've dreamed about those weeks ever since.
Here it comes.
But telling someone, it feels bizarre. Zarek demanded a fight. Either one of us died by the hands of the other, or we would die there together. The Iron Trial. We were never both meant to pass.
So you fought each other?
No. Trial or not, I would have rather died than done that. And that's precisely what I told Rain. A god that demands a man to kill his own sister is not a god that deserves worship by anyone. But Rain wouldn't have it. She claimed that if both of us died, both of our lives would be wasted for nothing. I got angry and asked her if she meant that she wanted to fight me. She said no.
I don't understand.
Tahar be like, I don't get it.
She wanted me to kill her. She told me that she was already too weak to make it down the mountain anyway, but that I could still make it. Believe me, Tahar, if there had been any strength left in me, I would have punched her just for suggesting it.
And yet, you're here.
I am. I should have known before she even did it. She always had to have it her way, no matter the price. It happened when I was asleep. She took my dagger from its sheath, put it into my hand, and drove it through her throat without hesitation. When I opened my eyes, her blood was already all over my face. And as if Zarek had been watching all along, the wall disappeared. No noise. Just like that. The wind was back, and it was raining outside. The first time in months. I like to think that she saw it before she died.
Did you make the descent?
I did. There were berries in a mountain goat that had been hit by a rock slide right next to the exit. It was so absurd I almost had to laugh. When I got back to the Elder's shack, I screamed at him, then broke down and started to cry. He just listened. In the end, he told me that we had both known what had been at stake. Yet we agreed. Choice and consequence. He made me a shaman the next day.
I see.
There's one more thing. Remember when you asked me why I feel the way I do about our culture? Why I think we orcs should strive for more? It's Rain who made me realize that. Most orcs would have fought each other in that cave, to the death. But she didn't. Instead of submitting to her primal instincts, she made a sacrifice. One that I could have made too, if I hadn't been such a coward. Blazes, it feels strange to have told you all this. But, I don't regret it.
Well, thanks for trusting me with this, Gore.
Let me have some time for myself right now, all right? I need to think.
Asi takhle. Jestli tenhle voice actor dělá audioknížky, tell me.
Prosím jest, protože tohle to bylo jako hodně dobrý.
Tohle jsem vyloženě nechal proběhnout, protože se to kurva dobře poslouchalo, tahle expozice.
Určitě. A hlavně nečekaná oproti všemu, co jsme doposud slyšeli. Většinou to bylo Migej, Minot. A...
Takže jako jo.
You said you know where we can...
Yes, I'll make it short. The Ash Reavers have invaded the foot of Bargagor. If we defeat them and their leader...
So, we head back to Bargagor.
Umlátit další orky, jasně.
No. Do you remember the story about my trial?
Oh, it continued.
Yeah, I do. You took the shapeshifter's trial to get...
Yeah, to get to the point. Kagan is Rain's true brother.
Oh, the plot thickens.
To this day, he thinks that I killed her.
Apollyon, interesting story. Still might be gay though.
I see. And that's why he invaded Bargagor.
It must be. Bloodthirsty as the Ash Reavers are, there is no reason for them to start a war with the Fire Wielders, especially now that we unify them. He must have heard that I'm behind this, and that rekindled his hatred for me. In other words, we need to stop him, and as fast as possible. According to one of my sources, the Purity is also planning to start an attack on Bargagor. The Fire Wielders...
So what's the plan?
If all else failed, that I didn't kill...
All right.
Yes. Chieftain Czar already left before you woke up to get an idea of the
Tohle byl hodně velký derail.
I know time is sparse,
40 minut čistýho
as
lóru.
soon as possible.
It is what it is.
Thank you,
Yes,
Tar.
musel to být.
I appreciate
máme.
it.
Kiryu.
Aspoň si odemykáme loyalty shit u quest charakterů.
True.
Ah, I was hoping you'd come by. That was quite the surprise visit, wasn't it? The Harbinger.
I guess you could say that. How's your injury?
The blast? Oh yeah, sure. I'm as good as new. One of the perks of being a light mage.
Stop.
Tahar.
Stop.
No.
I'm sorry.
I must
dance everything.
What do you mean?
You cannot stop
what
me.
you discovered in that
I am
dungeon.
unbreakable.
I didn't
You
see
cannot
that
stop the
coming,
music
honestly.
in my head.
Whoa.
I'd always felt you were different.
I'm coming,
but an
hold on,
experiment of your father? And now that bastard Lacane took your mother.
Red on red action 3 by
A teď to useru přitom.
Now I feel almost ridiculous thinking about my supposed problems.
That black man just shit himself.
Počkej.
No tak.
Tak jo.
Problems are always subjective.
I guess they are. Tell me, Tahar, if you had the choice, would you have wanted to know about your mother and how you were born?
Yes. It's always better to know the truth.
Is it? Sometimes I wonder if the truth doesn't just make it all worse. Anyway,
Bitch, truth is important.
Back. Honestly, there were times when I was worried you wouldn't ever wake up again.
It's good to be back, baby.
It's good to be back.
Stoic as always. Yeah. Anyway, in case you were wondering, I'm not planning to leave now.
I'm not elf, so...
If you need my...
Thanks, Iria.
Great.
Shut up,
and now
elf.
that we've got that out of the way, you should get some more sleep. I'll talk to you later.
Yay.
Počkej, máš quest, já ti dám
Need
later.
anything?
Ale, Exposito.
Já ti dám
later.
Fair enough. You've given me little reason to distrust you, so... No. I already told
That's
you about
right,
my
get.
father. How to him, I had always been more of an asset.
Most likely.
Well, after my father died, I decided to become a novice.
A novice?
Someone aspiring to be a priest of Ellen. I don't know why I did it. It was something my father had always considered a backup plan if an arranged marriage wouldn't work out. Part of it was probably because obeying my father was all I knew at that time.
But something
happened.
Something happened.
Yes. In my first year, I fell in love. That crazy, hot-blooded, head-over-the-heels kind of love that the bards all sing about. The boy felt the same way, and for the next year, it was, well, it was perfect. It was the two of us against the world. Maybe you know that feeling.
Backup plan.
And I guess your romance didn't end well.
You guessed right.
I'm a one with a backup plan.
It was more than that.
I have a spell for that.
You know, I told you how I always felt estranged around other people. I knew how to put on a smile, how to make myself fit in, but it was always fake. Shallow. With him, it was different. Dramatic as it may sound, I thought I had finally found someone who, and then there was the novitiate. Despite all the time I sunk into doing the crazy things lovers often do, I never failed.
Which didn't sit well with...
No. And eventually, they made sure I felt it. They excluded me from everything.
But what?
My lover's friends started manipulating him. Telling him that I only saw him as my pet.
The thought story.
He was a failure, and that I only kept him around to feel good about myself.
That's toxic.
It was. And their seeds met fertile ground. We novices all knew that only 4 out of 20 will be granted priesthood at the end of our training. And being a failed novice leaves you with a mark you'll keep for the rest of your life. It all looked peaceful on the surface, but beneath that it was an arena. And these other novices, they made sure my friend... And do you want to know the biggest joke of it? The idea that... I don't know, that he would listen to them. That he would ever reach a point where he'd put what we had below his hurt pride and his fears.
So what happened?
Well, he knew I was curious by nature, so... One night, when we were in bed together, he suddenly asked me if I wanted to go on an adventure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Of course I said yes.
Oh no.
So we snuck out into the cloister's courtyard.
Oh no.
It was beautiful.
Oh no, no, no,
the night
no,
was
no,
cloudless,
no.
and the old oak,
No.
our cloister shrine, had just begun to bloom. We made our way to the library building, but of course the door was locked. Out of nowhere, he pulled a key, grinning at me, and opened it. It was insane. As you can imagine, priests aren't known for being lenient towards these kinds of trespassings. We were risking our novitiate, but I liked it. And we were doing it together, weren't we? He took my hand and we went to the High Priestess's office. We opened the door and went inside, and there he finally told me what we were here for. To open the grimoire. The High Priestess's spellbook.
Whatever that is, it sounds like that was a terribly bad idea.
Demons.
It was.
Demons happened.
It was a stupid idea.
Mrakoplať by mohl
And if I hadn't been
vyprávět.
so blind, so bloody naive, I should have seen it by then.
What did he ask you to do?
To open it and try to read one of the spells. He teased me. Told me that I wouldn't be able to do it.
Oh
You know,
no.
Saying it like that sounds so bloody stupid, doesn't it? But again, I was too blind. I laughed. I wanted to impress him, so I gave him a kiss.
Poradna u Ulrika.
Opened the page and started saying the words. Long story short, I lost
Takový
control.
pocit, že Ulrik dělá špatně, že si za tohle od nich nenechává platit.
Ulrik za hodinu.
For a moment I was staring at the pages. The next one, the library was aflame and my lover was gone.
How far did that fire spread?
I noticed something.
Not far.
What you got? What you got?
It was put out before it could do real damage.
Yo,
But, of course,
that's
that was the end of novitiate.
That's a secret.
I was thrown into the cell of shame and sentenced to 12 years of polishing prayer banks and cleaning floors in the shrine.
Teď jsem si toho všiml, já jsem se jenom tak jako koukám na to, ale přitom jezdím po mapce, prostě si to užívám, byl to.
No. In the night after the trial, they still let me sleep in my chamber.
Aha.
Thoughtlessness, I suppose, or... So, here it is. The whole truth. No dark secrets, no assassinations, no necromantic rituals. Just a plain old broken heart. Compared with all that shit you had to go through, it almost sounds ludicrous.
Ano, opravdu to nemá na Gator paslíka.
Being betrayed by someone you trust often hits the hardest.
Yeah.
Máš hodně velký bambusový kopí?
It's just... I don't get it. How could he give all that up?
Počkej.
But in a way, it's just a continuation of what I've always known.
Hodíme potom nějakýho elfa.
Wherever I am, I'm a stranger.
Ani tam zkusím doběhnout, jestli tam můj charakter zvládne dojít.
And I don't like them.
Ano.
For what it's worth, I'm glad.
Yeah. I'd like some space now.
Reborn.
I hope you don't mind.
Se podívám.
Když jdeš, taky to zvedne, počkej.
I'll do what's required.
Jo. Becomes revive and die.
I live, I die, I live again.
Yes.
Já nejdeme tam se dostat.
To byl nějaký super trik. Třeba někdo z nás se potom naučí blink, co ty víš?
To já teleportovat se neumím. Pokud bych teda neměl... To asi nemám, ale... Ne, nemáme tu nic takového. Možná jsme měli nějaký flašky, které uměly teleportovat, ale to je jedno. Víme o tom, to je jedno. Víme o tom.
A i teraz to bude prudit.
Yes. Takže konečně jdeme dolů. Už běžím.
Takže asi začneme, no podle mapy.
Ty mapy, koukneme na mapu a...
You must gather. Aha, to co vyhodíme. Travel to Mulandry, ještě musíme šoupnout se dolů trošku. Bude nextoru questoru.
Ojojoj, vlastně. Správně je vidět, že někdo četl prečerta.
Je to tichý.
Vychoval jeho srny. Aj. No, expozice docela dobrá u postav.
Jo, u Gora výborná dokonce.
Gor bych řekl, že je nejlepší. Undergast je takovej... Bych si to musel přečíst ještě jednou.
Já bych viděl takovej, no... Please shut up, you autist.
Too smart for his own good.
He does not know he gay.
Jana jako jediná, tak jako docela... No jako bylo to zajímavý, hej. To je good story.
Giancarlo Exposito, víš co?
A jako na Isgrima to nemá, jako.
Tak, máme tady otazníček, tady.
No, otazníček.
Kde je otazníček? Tady, jo, to je ten zajatec. To není Bertrand.
Počkej, tak jo.
Jo, naprogramoval jsi.
Jo, už tam.
What do we need?
What do you require?
Something you need.
I am ready.
To je vězeň.
To je poslali posla.
Oser.
Někam jdete, volové.
Do toho. Hello, come.
Howdy.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy, and I'm not with Purity.
Wait.
He's a spy with the Purity.
You're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar.
Yes.
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
Cut the crap. I can tell a spy when I see one.
What? No, I'm not. Tiara's breath. If I were a spy, would I really have been walking around in front of your front door like that?
Yes.
I didn't know who you were, and I didn't know you're an enemy of the Purity. I'm just a courier, and someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar. And had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see.
Yoink.
A meeting in Everlight.
Bertrand.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
I'll think about it.
What the blazes? What's wrong with you people? What do you want from me?
As I said, I'll think about it.
There is a military operation,
As if I had a fucking choice.
We can do what we want.
Corporal? You again. What do you want?
Aha, já jsem nemůžu tak ho poslat, dobře, tak málo.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Do you think your guards will let me through?
They will. Stay safe.
I'll try.
Tak a je čas na World Map Boogaloo.
Let's go. Kolik toho bude?
Máme akorát 11, takže si vybereme misi a valíme.
Křeček pošel.
Křeček. Teďka uvidíme, jak v celou mapu v plamenech, už to vidím, ty.
Pošli. Pošli, ano.
Křeček byl, já nepošel. The rumors of my death will have been greatly exaggerated. Humpty.
So, you are the punk I've been hearing about. To taky vím, co už se blíží na sklonek mrtvolnosti.
See battle bo, run bo, run.
Take these expires condoms and make sure they use them.
Tak.
Yeah.
Vidím vykřičníky úplně všude.
Takže máme Iskander, Everlight, ano. Hunter, ano.
Jo, to je Haleja Chamisralia, to je Elf Quest, ten zase naposled nesnáším elfy.
To Baragor samozřejmě, ale Ionir's Blade.
Tam máme expanzi našeho mercenary. Že bychom to udělali dřív než orky?
Tak jako chceš do Sandland?
Yes.
Tak proč ne tam?
V Everlightu je meeting s předpokládám Bertrandem. A kšeftovat tam zatím s ničím nechcem, tak bych valil do Ionir's Blade.
Chceme tam kuknout teďkom předtím, než to vypneme?
Do Everlightu? Potom.
Okidoki.
Tak teďka. Jitus Deletus a generál Augusto Pinochet. Femus Deletus. Ale kliknu on. Si myslíš, že je ork chudák. Tak, Travelino. Tak, počkej, neblbni, jo. Travel.
Jo.
Ionir's Blade. Go. Sausage party!
Pálková výbroje.
Mám tady do banky hašíš.
No.
Let's do this.
Fakt ještě uvidíme.
102 parky jsou gay, mind you.
O 30 dílů později. Tak, vráme se na první DLCčko.
Oh god, já zapomněl, že to má ještě 2 pokračování.
A pak se budeme brát na další DLCčko. Když tak si od nich dáme pauzu potom klidně.
Budu možná chtít na měsíc aspoň.
Na měsíc tomu dát pauzu. Hele,
ale příští týden u nás bude 18 stupňů nad nulou, takže já budu raidovat po venkově. Hlavně ale budou trpaslíci v Soul Harvestu jako hratelná frakce, yes!
Takže musíme aspoň ten Soul Harvest.
To je Soul Harvest, no. Já nevím, jak to je chronologicky, no, to jsou ty DLCčka, ale to
jedno by měl být prequel. Ne, to bylo to, co jsme hráli úplně na začátku, to s tím to bylo prequel. Ne, mělo by to jít potom, mělo by to být asi 2,5 roku potom. Jo, já jsem se na to koukal teďka.
Here we are again. At least with the bloodburn gone, the undead
Yay,
should be
undead
less of a
land.
problem now.
What do you mean?
The bloodburn didn't just kill the living, it also woke the dead.
Interesting. Well, let's head to the fortress. I'll do the talking once we get there.
Že bychom šli tam dolů.
A nebude to RTS-ko, bude to kecačka.
Počkej, já ti předám.
A mi generál.
No samozřejmě. Yes. A mě to skoro vyresetoval všechny staty, good. Momentík. Dobrý.
Já nemám.
Dobrý.
Já jsem si zabil jeho skill bar, zdá se.
Nemáš kam to dát?
Ne, já jsem ho omylem zavřel do pytle.
Ajaj.
Takže by měl všechno pasivní. Perk.
To si nemyslím.
Aura. Jo, on jde hodně... Ne, onslaught.
To si nemyslím, že on je jenom pasivní. Jako já mám taky pasivní schopnosti, ale mám...
Má tunu pasivek, ale má všechny brutality věci, takže já ho musím...
No, to je dobře. Ale jako čím míň aktivních schopností, tím lépe se ovládá více hrdinu najednou. Strength 1. To vůbec nemá na to.
Aura 1, Aura 2. Onslaught.
To fakt na to.
Jeho raising. Jeho heavy strike.
Gobletky.
Takže co umí?
Jo.
To je aura, která rezervuje...
Critical.
Je booster, onslaught dává.
Critical
za 15 vteřin. Bude zasahovat víc nepřátel najednou.
A knockback enemy. Myslím, že já ti můžu ještě dávat tenhle ten boost.
Je hodně pasivní ten Angar, což je dobrý, no, budu mít méně mikromanagementu s ním.
No já tu mám ještě pasivní schopnosti, já tam mám schopnosti, které můžu dát jakožto boost, což je super.
Je, tohle nechci.
Mám kolik boonů. Jeden, dva.
Něco, co bych měl využít. Perk. Aura. Jeden skill. Skill. Perk. Mám skill. Perk. Jo, je to plně sepnutý. Takže Grand Save 9. streamu.
Definitely.
Da Great Stream 9. A vydrželi nám tady nějaký 140 čouky.
To je hezký výdrž.
Je to dobré.
Snažaj se. Mi tak.
Yes, komrad. Yes. Křeček, co nepošel, je zde, výtečně. Tak jo, Humans, pro dnešek to vidím jako good night. Uvidíme, jak dlouho se nám to potáhne ještě tím main story, no. Takových 10 streamů určitě ještě. Když jsme 10 máme na půlku hry, bych řekl, teďka.
Jsme v půlce, tak no.
No, můj odhad, takže bude to ještě horký, no, pak si dáme pauzičku, uvidíme co dál. Každopádně, pro dnešek
pak přijde Inquisitor Martyr.
A tak to bude bokovka, protože to je hodně rychle tempová hra.
Yes, ale to bude zase fun.
Ale bude to Bolter Bitches, což bude...
Bude to jako to, co jsme teď zažili, akorát to bude mnohem více akční.
Jo, a budeme to hrát tak bez přemýšlení, že bude moc kecat fakt vo všem. A nebude tam tolik expozice, protože tam dialogy jsou jenom...
Radši zmlkneš, aby si ukázal příběh, přesně.
No, i když teda ten Martyr to taky nemá špatný, ale to kecání tam není tak četný.
Nemá, ale zároveň jako...
Je to ARPG a hlavně nebude muset nezbytně hrát ten příběh, že jo? Takže jo, pro dnešek good night. Tell them good night. Do it.
Elden good night.
Ne.